Back at United Wireless Arena here in Dodge City alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, our Stewart Plumbing pregame show tonight as we get set for the Law and the Mesquite Marshals. Now it is time tonight to check the starting lineups. And first we meet for the Dodge City Law, their offensive starters.
Derek Primetime Bernard, quarterback, Sioux Falls State University.
Willie Jackson, Baldwin Wallace University, running back.
Jeffrey Cameron, wide receiver, Jacksonville State University.
Julian Walker, wide receiver, St. Joseph's College.
Brandon Vincent, wide receiver, Illinois State.
Jamar Seard, O-line, Highland Community College.
Keegan Sweeney, offensive line, Alcorn State University.
D'Angelo McCray, University of Memphis, offensive line.
There's the offensive starters for Dodge City. Let's meet their starting defense.
Harold Love, defensive lineman, the great Bethune-Cookman University.
Eric Banford, defensive end, Western Carolina University.
Marquise George, defensive end, the Jacksonville State University.
Jamal Bruton, linebacker, North Carolina Central University.
Delaney Dobar, Bacon College, defensive back.
Cashman Thomas, West Texas A&M, defensive back.
Dwayne Autry, free safety, Bethany College.
Courtney Sanders, strong safety, Northeast Mississippi Community College, Mississippi Valley State.
There's the offense and defensive starters for the Dodge City Laws. The captains right now at midfield. We'll check the Mesquite starters here in just a second. But how quick in this game for Dodge City, Ross, is to get off to a quick start in a team that, maybe on paper you should probably beat.
But, Mike, you talked about last week, that we kind of ran into some defensive problems. Like I said, you got to get that offense going, obviously. And, Mike, I'm going to say this. What a nice crowd here, considering everything that's going on around us right now in western Kansas, sub-state basketball-wise. But, Mike, you want to show the home crowd what you're about. Obviously, with a new quarterback stepping in here, had really got kind of comfortable last week with Bernard. And so I think there's going to be some good things for him. You do want to get this party started early, though, also. Let the defense come out and set the tone.
You were teasing Coach Ponder. You and I had Ponder on the phone yesterday, and you were teasing him about the 300 yards that his defense gave up. He said, well, who's calling the plays on defense? What was his response to you?
And his response, well, he manned up. He manned up to it, though, Mike. But what I was talking about is, man, giving 300 yards passing offense against your defense in an indoor league. That's a lot of yardage that's been thrown. Now, and he talked about, basically the game was in hand. Like I said, they just basically went to prevent. So I gave him a little pass on that. But my thing is that you cannot do that game after game. You've got to be able to hold a team under 150 yards easily, have a chance to win.
Dodge City won the toss. They will get the football first. Mesquite's starting defense on the defensive line, Sam Wren and Nathan Jackson are the defensive ends. And then Alan Stavanoa is the nose guard. Reggie Calhoun, Larry Miller Jr. the corners. Frank Brown and Hugh Frazier are the safety men, and Cameron Blakes gets the start. Product from Louisiana Monroe is college teammates with Colton Browning, who's the starting quarterback. We'll get to the offense a little bit later for Mesquite, as the Law wearing the black uniforms with the gray pants and the green numerals. Mesquite comes in with the white uniforms, one pant leg in white, the other in black, and the white helmets. Dodge the traditional charcoal helmets. Brandon Rasco has it on the tee. The hometown Texas product will kick things off. Cashman Thomas back deep. No Dominique Carson tonight. Out with an ankle injury. Should be back next week. And an end-over-end kick comes short to the 12-yard line, taken by Julian Walker. Walker sweeping to the near side right, breaking tackles, and then finally taken down at about the 18-yard line after a gain of 6 on the return.
Well, Mike, isn't it nice to get football back rocking and rolling again? And what I like about it is, like I said, the hits are going to be coming. And with Carson, just a very dynamic player too, Mike. It's going to be tough to fill for Dominique Carson. This guy is a live wire, Mike, and very, very good at what he does. Thing is, though, hopefully he'll be back next week.
Larry Miller made the special teams tackle. 1st and 10 Dodge, moving from left to right. Ball in the near hash at their own 19-yard line. And here's a Dodge offense that a week ago put up 329 total yards, 141 on the ground, and 188 through the air. Last year they struggled in their passing offense, second to last in the CIF in yards per game.
Mike, coaches are allowed, if you don't know this, Arena Football League, coaches are allowed on the field, one coach per team.
2 receivers left. Brandon Vincent to the near side right. Press man coverage. Bernard in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Under pressure. Avoids the sack. Sidearms a pass to the near side right. Caught by Jeffrey Cameron. And then taken down in plus territory at the Mesquite Marshall 22-yard line The tackle made by Reggie Calhoun.
Great move there by Bernard, Mike. Actually, to miss the blitzing linebacker. The linebacker's going to be 5 yards deep in the hole. So it's basically a 3-on-4 blocking scheme. 3 guys for the offense, 4 for the defense. Bernard able to avoid it, and I love that sidearm pass.
That's a gain of 10 on first down. 1st and 10. Dodge City at the Mesquite 21. Vincent right, 2 receivers left. Bernard in the shotgun. Now Cameron, who will go in high motion to the right. Sidearm throw again on a slant to the right. That's caught by McKinney, sweeping to the far side left. And he's tackled at the 10-yard line after he gains 11 more. Brought down on the far side of the field by Frank Brown. That's a gain of 11 and a first down.
And Mike, you talked about, throwing the sidearm. It's not a sidearm, if you will, of Dan Quisenberry back in the day. Thing is, Mike, it's very effective. Right now, he's been on the money twice.
1st and goal, Dodge City moving left to right. 13-19 to play in this opening quarter. Brandon Vincent right. Walker will go wide left. Willie Jackson now in a slot left. Jeffrey Cameron slot right with 4 wide. 2 in high motion. Bernard with the yellow gloves. Right foot in front of his left, takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Under pressure, lobs one right and throws it away. Pressure coming right up the middle from the linebacker, Cameron Blake. So it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Mike had Willie Jackson out on the slot all by himself. And Mike, that's where, like I said, you know what the play was, you're going to go off the side there. But when no one's coming up on him, man, you just got to really kind of just go away from the play, dump it off to him. But nice, smart play. Also, you come to Dodge City into the Arena Football League, ball goes into the stands, you don't toss it back out, you get a free football.
2nd down and goal for Dodge City, their opening drive. This is the 4th play of this opening drive that started back at their own 19. Walker left, Brandon Vincent and Cameron right. Bernard in the gun, flanked to his right by Willie Jackson. Sends 2 in high motion. Bernard takes the snap. Toss sweep right to Jackson. Has blockers out in front. Cuts it back left behind a block from Jamar Seard. And he is shoved back right near the 1-yard line. Looked like with that cutback move he was going to go to pay dirt. Blake shut him down at the 1. It's a gain of 9. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Great play, though, by Larry Miller, Bemidji State, Mike. That's way up there in the cold country of Minnesota. But nice play right there. He denied the Law their first touchdown.
It'll be 3rd down and goal. Dodge City from the 1-yard line. 11:40 to play in a scoreless first. Vincent to the near side right. Matched up there with Reggie Calhoun. Pistol set. Bernard has Jackson behind him. Cameron in a slot to the right. Extra beef up front with an extra offensive lineman. Cameron in high motion. Turn, handoff to Jackson right up the middle. And he's in for a touchdown from a yard out. And he shook off the Oklahoma State product. Sam ran out of his cleats. 1-yard rushing touchdown.
Man, Mike, I tell you what, give that to the offensive line right there. They just cleared a big-time hole. Something I could actually run through. But man, what a great job, offensive line. Good blocking scheme.
Jared Wood, who played at San Angelo a year ago. This is his 2nd tour of duty with the Dodge City Law. Here 2 years ago, in fact, in that playoff game, he was the kicker after Fambro got called up to the Arena Football League. Snap back, the placement is good, and the end over end kick is right down the middle for Wood. So Dodge City on their opening possession gets into the end zone on a Willie Jackson rushing touchdown. 11:23 left first quarter. 7-0 Dodge City on Z98.
You relax, your family is at ease, and the conversation begins to flow. No one's texting, tweeting, or checking email. The smartphones have been left inside. A sense of gratitude sweeps over you as you realize your life becomes fuller and your relationships grow stronger with every moment spent together in a hot spring spa. Right now at Austin Pools and Spas, they have special pricing on all remaining 2015 hot spring spas. Every day made better in a hot spring spa. Austin Pools and Spas with 2 locations, one in Garden City and one in Dodge City.
Back at United Wireless Arena alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff. Last check, Dodge City up on top of Garden City in the Sub-State Finals. That game on 98.1 FM, 48-40. We'll join the radio side as soon as that one's done. 2:59 remaining. And that opening drive, impressive for Sean Ponder's team. 5 plays, 31 yards, capped off with the Willie Jackson touchdown.
Mike, Dodge City High School loaded with seniors this year. I think their first 6 is nothing but seniors as they come in. Garden City's got some seniors also, but really, Mike, it's a team for the future for J.C. Holloway for Garden City.
Larry Miller and Welton Johnson back deep for Mesquite. 7-0 Dodge, 11:23 left first quarter. Jared Wood has it on the tee right in the middle of the field at the goal line. Right arm in the air, swings his right leg through, a line drive end over end kick, and it comes to Miller on one knee at the goal line. Up the middle, 5, 10, 15, comes back left across the 20, and finally shut down there by Lou Van Green at the 24-yard line. Dodge did give up a special teams touchdown a week ago.
Well, really, it's not the kick maybe that you want out of Wood. We know that he's a good kicker, solid leg. But, Mike, you know, that's one of those that you give an opportunity for the return man to get the ball down the field before there can be any kind of contact. Got to get it up a little bit higher.
Good starting field position for Mesquite. Their starting offense, their quarterback Colton Browning, the Louisiana Monroe product. Mon Williams, the University of Florida product, is the starting running back. The receivers, Jesse Shields, Joe Powell, Anthony Alexander, and Welton Johnson. They have a receiver right, one left. They send Powell across the formation, Browning under center. Whistles, and now a flag will blow this play dead as they hand it off to Mon Williams, maybe an illegal formation.
Might be going on Alexander, Mike. Well, he's probably 5 yards down the field before he even snapped.
They're backing up, so the penalty against Mesquite. Put the ball back at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 on the offensive line. Robert Griffin, Martinez Albert is the center, and then Chris Brown is the left guard. Griffin, no relation to RG3, also played at Baylor, drafted by the New York Jets, is the starting right guard. They actually put the ball back at the 19-yard line, so it's 1st and 15 Mesquite. 10:58 to play here in this first quarter. 7-0 Dodge City on a Willie Jackson 1-yard rushing touchdown. Two receivers left, two right. Browning in the gun. Sends two in high motion, takes a chest-high snap. Well protected, lost the football. It's loose on the ground. Browning turns over to grab it. Back at the 11-yard line, pressured by Lou Van Green. That's a loss of 8. It's 2nd down and 23.
Mike, I'm going to give that to the defense. Great job in the secondary, because actually he went through two progressions right there. Turned, got ready to throw. There was nothing there, and then fumbled the football.
2nd and a mile coming up from Mesquite. They'll put the ball just across the 10, so it's 2nd down and 23.
Mike, it's going to be fun to watch Bruton as he's going to be playing our linebacker, if you will. But I tell you what, we've had some great athletes in that position.
2nd and 23, Mesquite at their own 10. Two receivers right, one left. In high motion right is Powell. High shotgun snap, the lefty Browning on a post pattern down the middle for Powell. It's over his arms and out of his outstretched reach. And back in coverage and exchanging some pleasantries was Dwayne Autry. It'll be 3rd down and 23.
Matt, I tell you, Powell had a tough time picking up that football. That was a great throw. But Powell just couldn't quite get there, and a nice job there coverage by Autry.
3rd and 23. Dodge City's defense a year ago on 3rd down, right around 40%. Last week, they gave up 4 3rd down conversions. On their feet on a 3rd and 23 Mesquite at their own 11-yard line. Two receivers left, two right. Browning in the gun. Dodge showing a middle blitz. They'll back off, rush 3. Browning under pressure, spins from one sack, but not another. Forward progress should keep him out of the end zone. This should not be a safety. Of course, the defense saying it should be. But they're going to mark this, I believe, at the 1-yard line. Lou Van Green was the first one to hit Browning. That's a 10-yard loss, and it's 4th and 23.
Great opportunity for a return here by Thomas, Mike. But honestly, man, it all comes down to rhythm and timing. That time the ball was snapped high. Quarterback had to jump up one-handed, able to get it. By that time, the rhythm, everything was off. He got in that little panic mode because we were back in that backfield of his. By that time, Mike, it was over with.
Not much room here. About a 60-yard field goal. Now we got a timeout, I believe. 8:26 to go. And Mesquite did call a timeout. 8:26 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Law here on Z98.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. In Dodge City, Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Dodge City Athletics. For all your investment needs, call an Edward Jones Financial Advisor or stop by one of their 3 offices in Dodge City. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This will be about a 57-yard field goal for Brandon Rasco. We welcome you back alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, United Wireless Arena. If you're just tuning in, Dodge City on their opening drive went 5 plays, 31 yards. And they capped it off with Willie Jackson's 1-yard rushing touchdown. On the drive, Bernard hit Cameron for 10, McKinney for 11, and after an incomplete pass, Jackson ran for 9 and then finished it off with that 1-yard rushing touchdown.
But Mike, you know what, I tell you what, we did a great job. If you really look at the 2 plays right there, the offensive line was spectacular. Did a great job just able to open up, able to rush the ball, get it down to the end zone, and knock it off right there. But then Mike, defense, I think, came out and did a very good job, was able to stand up. Take notice right now that this defense looks pretty sharp right off the bat in this ball game.
Interesting to note that Dodge City last year defensively was hit or miss, gave up a lot of big plays, 32 plays of 20 yards or more, 13 of them went for touchdowns. And so far in this game, Mesquite can't get out of their own way. On this possession, they've already had a penalty, a bad snap that went for a fumble, and Browning was sacked by Lou Van Green and then was dumped once again by Green on back-to-back plays. So now it's 4th down and 33 coming up from Mesquite.
Boy, Mike, this is going to be an interesting kick right here because there's 8 yards from the goal line to the back of the 4-foot wall that he's got to play with. He's basically got 9 yards right now.
Cashman Thomas back for a return, standing at the 8. And like you said, not much room between he, the snapper, the holder, and the defensive line. Right along the back padding on that wall on the far end zone. Snap is back, placement is good, kick well short, end over end. Cashman Thomas fields it at his own 5-yard line. Dancing across the 20, goes back left, is hit, wrapped up, ankle high, and then finished off at about the 13-yard line. Coming in to finish him off was Jesse Shields, so the field goal no good, and now Dodge City will take over.
Great job by Rascal, Mike. He comes down there and just no one blocks him. He is very quick. All of a sudden, he just explodes onto the scene, able to wrap up and goes down low, grabs the leg, Mike, which is what you got to do because you can't go anywhere. The thing is, though, Dodge City's sitting in good position right now, decent field position.
Dodge will start with 8:13 remaining in this first quarter, up 7-0. It'll be Dodge with the football moving left to right. Last check, 13-point Dodge City lead over Garden City. That one about to wrap up. 1st and 10 Dodge, right hash, moving left to right at their own 13. Vincent and Cameron right. Wide left is the receiver, Julian Walker. Low snap to Browning. Here comes the blitz, spins left at the numbers. Holds it with the right hand, ducks a sack, ducks a big hit up the left sideline, and he's taken down near midfield. The tackle was made on a shoestring tackle by Alan Stavanoa, and they'll mark him down at the plus 49-yard line, so ducking and dodging his way. Bernard at the 29-yard line gains 8 yards.
Frank Brown, Mike, could have blown him up. Looked like that Bernard, as he rolled to the outside, started heading down the side. Brown comes up, looked like this was going to be a big-time hit. Bernard able to avoid him. Guess who got the big-time hit? But the line judge over on that side over there. Nice play there by Bernard.
They just moved it back, put the ball at the 23. So 1st down and 10 Dodge City left hash at their own 23-yard line. 2 receivers right. Willie Jackson, the tailback to the left of Bernard. He takes the shotgun snap. Again, under pressure. Steps up. Fires over the middle, and he's got a man, Cameron, at the 5. Dancing left, and he's down at the 5. Wrapped up by Larry Miller. Another strike from Bernard. That one gains 22 and a 1st down.
Mike, what I really like is what we're doing right now. Great job offense that time. Able to hold the ball. But you can't hold that block that long, Mike. All of a sudden, you're able to sit there and just peel to the outside, able to get that move, and then just throw a nice pass right across the center down there. Great catch. Nice play.
1st and goal from the 5 for Dodge City. Up 7-0. We'd like to welcome everybody who just listened to Dodge City knock off Garden City on Z98. They advance to the state tournament. Hand off to Willie Jackson for Dodge City. Dancing right, breaks the tackle left at the goal line, and he spins in. Touchdown, Dodge City. Broke a tackle at the goal line. There is a flag down at the 4, but broke a tackle of Alan Stavanoa.
Mike, I tell you what, Jackson made a nice move, but I tell you what, in the backfield, I think, was that Brown or was that Wren that was in the backfield? It was actually Wren, and they almost made the tackle in the backfield. Couldn't quite come up with it. Able to escape it was Jackson. They're going to give this to us or not? Looks like this may go against us. No yakking.
Well, Jared Wood is on for the extra point. So in my estimation, it's an illegal defense. So yes, so the touchdown will count from 5 yards out. So Jackson filling in. If you're just tuning in, Dominique Carson out with an ankle injury. Willie Jackson just ran across for his second touchdown of this opening quarter. 6:21 to go. 13-0 Dodge, and Wood on for the extra point. Snap is back. The placement is good. The kick on the way towards the uprights, and it is good. 6:21 left first quarter. Dodge City 14, and the Marshals nothing on Z98. Back at United Wireless Arena, Dodge extending their lead 14-0 on that last drive. Jackson, his second rushing touchdown, capping off that 3-play, 37-yard drive. And Willie Jackson in from 5 yards out. Mesquite will get the football back, and they haven't been able to do much of anything, Ross, on the offensive side. Woods end over end kick, a lot higher this time, and fielded a yard deep by Miller in the end zone. Comes out right to the 5, 10, cuts it back left, 15 to the 20, to the sideline, down the sideline, 15, 10 with a convoy, and he's all the way down to the Dodge City 9-yard line. Now the ball came out, wrestling it free.
No.
Was Dwayne Autry, and now the team's exchanging pushing and shoving. And we'll see where they mark the ball. They're going to say it's Mesquite football. At least that's the initial indication. If it stands, it's a return of 41.
Mike, not a bad kick that time by Woods. Gave us an opportunity down there. We just missed some tackles down there. Great blocking also, and just a good read, though. But I tell you, Mon Williams has to be very careful for the Marshals down there. He got a little bit excited down there, and looked like he was getting ready to throw something right there. Kind of let up at the end.
Well, haymaker. Put it to the 8. So on that last return, 42 yards. First and goal, Mesquite. Ball in the near hash, moving right to left at the Dodge 8. Jesse Shields wide left. Mon Williams in a slot left. 2 receivers right. 1 in high motion left. One-handed snap taken by the quarterback, Browning, and he dives up the middle. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and they might sniff out a half a yard, but that was Jamal Bruton, the linebacker, that filled the hole. Gain of a yard. It's second down and goal.
Mike, I don't think you can really respect what a great play that was by Browning. Again, another high snap off to the right side there. Had to stick that big right hand of his out there just to stop the football, and just took it right up the middle.
Shields comes left, matched up with Cashman Thomas. 2 receivers right. Browning under center this time. The big 6'3" tailback Williams with hands on his knees is the single setback. They give it to Williams on a counter left. Will come back to the right. Chased by Bruton and drilled behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 16-yard line between the hash marks. He loses 9. It's third down and goal.
Mike, that's a mistake on Williams. Just go ahead and take your lumps. Sit there and try to squeeze through there. But defensive line did a great job. They read the run, slid right on over, got in front of him, set up that wall. That's where Williams has got to sit there and try to bowl his way through there and try to get some positive yardage. Thing is, though, he decided that, you know what, I'm going to be able to turn this thing around, stretch out the field. Got bad news for you. The field is only 28 yards wide. There's not a whole lot there for you to stretch out.
Third and goal from the 16 from Mesquite, down 14-0 with 4.5 remaining in the opening quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Browning left foot in front of his right. The left-handed quarterback takes a chest-high snap. Here comes the blitz on an out route, and it's caught by Alexander. Up the right sideline, he's inside the 5, ducking out of bounds. Near the 3-yard line, he was hit by Caleb Young, one of the assistant coaches for Garden City Community College. That's a gain of 14 down to the 2, and it's 4th and goal.
Great job by Williams. He picked up the blitz that time, able to give the quarterback just a little bit of time. Then he throws a nice little pass right there to the outside. Big play right here, Mike.
Colton Browning, the 6'3", 210-pound product from Louisiana Monroe, played 3 years at Monroe, missed most of his senior season because of a leg injury. He struggled in that exhibition game through an interception in the end zone to end it. 4th and goal from the 2. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Williams deep in a one-back set, and he gets Dodge to jump into the neutral zone. That's Harold Love, the nose guard. And it's going to put the ball at the 1-yard line.
It's one of those deals that, like I said, he was anticipating the count. They were able to take advantage of it. He just leaned just a little bit forward right there, just made a little bit of contact.
Referees will talk. 3:42 left first quarter, 14-0 Dodge City. A pair of Willie Jackson touchdown runs. If you're just tuning in, alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, for those of you listening to the Garden City Dodge City High School game, that one went final with Dodge beating Garden to advance to the state tournament. The Buffalo season coming to an end at 7-15. Dodge, meantime, will move on to play next Thursday. Now they're going to say, is that a false start?
I missed that.
Wow. Put the ball back at the 7. If that was a false start, you and I are right over the play in the corner of the end zone. I don't know what was false about it. But now the ball at the 7. 14-0 Law. Mesquite in possession, moving from right to left at the Dodge City 7-yard line. This drive all set up by the 40-yard kickoff return. Now they're going to go for a field goal. This will be from 22 yards out on the right hash for Rasco. The holder is Aaron Washington, the backup quarterback. The snap is back, and it goes through the hands of Washington right to Rasco, who'll run off right guard and shut down at the 8. Harold Love, that's another bad snap. Love shut him down after a loss of a yard. And the ball goes back over to Dodge City up 14-0.
Smart play by Rasco, though, Mike. He didn't hesitate whatsoever. Great speed that he had. We saw him on a previous tackle on a kickoff. That time, just another bad snap. They're having problems right now. We've seen that twice on offense, and then all of a sudden right here on the field goal try, it's not there.
3:19 to play first quarter. Law take over at their own 8, up 14-0 on Z98. First down Dodge, they'll mark the ball at the 7-yard line. Moving from left to right, 2 in high motion right. Bernard takes the snap, well protected. Dumps off a screen right to Jackson at the numbers, cuts it back inside across the 10, and he is drilled right around the 12-yard line. Q Frazier coming up from his safety spot. That's a gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5.
Nice play by Frazier, Mike. Came up on that open field tackle, was able to take him out as he got up there. Like I said, just a quick little completion to the outside, give him some operation room, but there wasn't there as Frazier was able to close in.
Mesquite right now has run 5 plays for a total of 14 yards. They have a couple of negative plays on their end. 2nd and 5 Dodge at their own 12. Benson is split to the near side right with Brandon McKinney. Taking the shotgun snap, Bernard on a quarterback draw, dashing left, and he's across the 20 and tripped up by Frankie Brown at the 23-yard line up the left hash mark. That's a gain of 11 yards and a first down.
Mike, I tell you what, it's going to be fun when the coaches evaluate this. Really, Jackson made a nice little play right there. Willie Jackson sees the linebacker coming up, his quarterback all the way. Jackson comes up there, and all he's going to do is lead his way through. So what is going on there is that Bernard gets to read the block of Jackson. Just read it right. Big-time game.
Daniel McKinney in a slot right, Brandon Benson wide right, single receiver left on 1st and 10 Dodge, left hash at their own 23. Bernard takes a chest high snap, 3-step drop, wants the bomb, lobs it down the middle into the end zone, hauled in, then broken up off the padding, and it's intercepted. Down the near sideline comes Reggie Calhoun, and he's across midfield and down to the Dodge City 23. The pass was juggled in the end zone by Walker. Now a scrum breaking out afterwards. The return, the interception return goes for 35 yards. And let's see if it stands. And now here comes some flags.
Nah, man, I tell you what, Mike, we had a bunch of this personal foul stuff last year. Like I said, it just doesn't bode well, to tell you the truth. I understand that you're standing up for your mates. That's all good. I tell you what, Mike, what a great pass right there, especially with pressure all over him. I believe that was Blake's that came in and actually put the hammer to Bernard. Thing is, though, he gets rid of the football, almost made a spectacular catch down there in the end zone, just couldn't quite hold on to it. But the football, Mike, I was surprised, stayed in play.
Yep. So the interception from our vantage point will count. We'll just have to check on the hankies that were thrown afterwards. So the interception by Calhoun. Calhoun, the product from Louisiana College, actually played at Trinity Valley in Texas. Returned it from the back of the end zone all the way out to the Dodge 20.
Boy, did you check out Ponder on the play there, Mike?
Yeah,
I didn't know he had the hops in there.
Well, he blew out that ACL last year in Jamaica running on the beach. You hear that commercial from Western Plains Medical.
Obviously, fans not very happy at all, but I tell you what, Ponder, But a nice little job there. Just get up, able to elevate, Mike. I'm still waiting for that big matchup between you and Ponder on the basketball court.
Oh, you didn't know that already took place?
Has it?
Absolutely. Interception counts, unsportsmanlike conduct called on Dodge City.
Was ESPN there to cover it? I knew it was going to be a big deal.
There wasn't enough. Nobody wanted to sponsor it.
Wow. And I missed it.
Put the ball at the 11, so Mesquite off the turnover. That's the first interception thrown this year by Bernard. 1st and 10, Mesquite at the Dodge 11 with 1:41 to play in the first, 14-0 Law. Mon Williams with his hands on his knees, the single setback. 2 in high motion right, toss sweep right to Williams. Little head fake, up the numbers right. And he pushed forward to the 10-yard line, maybe to the 9. Lou Van Green, Marquise George, and then Bruton all over there to make the stop. But put it at the 9. It's a gain of 2. It's 2nd down and 8.
Like the play by Bruton. Mike, like I said, you're going to take those hits like that. He was able to stop there, just put a wall there and able to stop Williams from getting too far. The nice play.
Jackson, a pair of rushing touchdowns, one from 5 yards out, made it 14-0 Dodge. Beautiful throw by Bernard into the end zone, looking for Walker. Bobbled it in the back right corner, and somehow Calhoun came up with the interception. Now 2nd and 8. Mesquite right hash at the Dodge 9. This time Browning in the gun with 3 receivers left. The snap goes over his head again. Rolls back into his own territory, and Browning slides safely to grab the ball and is touched by Marquise George all the way back at the 16-yard line. They lose 25 yards.
Ouch. Like I said, they are having problems now with the center snap. Really struggling, but Mike, I tell you what, Browning did a great job. As Colton's going back there, he's actually turned around. He knows he's got a little bit of time. He's turned around to see where everybody is. Made a smart play by just diving on the ball, not trying to pick up with it and run.
Well, you had a 2nd down and 8 at the 9. Now it's 3rd down and 33. Mesquite just used their 2nd timeout. And while we have a moment, we'll catch up on what's happened alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff. Again, for those of you that were listening to the Dodge and Garden game, congratulations to Dennis Hamilton's team moving on to the state tournament. They beat Garden City. Buffalo season coming to an end. Here in this one, it's 14-0 Dodge City. Took their opening drive, and they went 31 yards in 5 plays. A couple of big early completions by Bernard, but they capped it off with a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Willie Jackson. And then after that, Mesquite went backwards on their opening possession. A long field goal attempt from 57 yards, no good by Brandon Rasco. Cashman Thomas returned it. He took a shot inside his own 15, but not to fret. 3 plays later, 37 yards. Willie Jackson's 2nd rushing touchdown from 5 yards out. Took just about 3 minutes off the clock. Touchdown, extra point, good by Jared Wood, who was 6 for 6 last week, and it's 14-0. Then after Dodge gets the ball back in the end zone, an interception thrown by Bernard, picked off by Calhoun on a pass that should have been caught for all intents purposes by Walker. Calhoun returns it across midfield. Then a couple of plays later on 2nd down and 8 from the 9. Snap goes over the head of Browning, and they lose 25 yards. Now it's 3rd and 33. Mesquite back at their own 16. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Browning takes a chest-high shotgun snap.
Yeah.
Quarterback draw, but this play is blown dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they jumped over on the right side offensive line.
Boy, does Mesquite just look disjointed right now, or what?
Well, Mike, the timing also, I mean, like I said, it will throw you off. Like I said, if you don't have a good center to quarterback snap, and that is such a valuable asset that if you've got somebody that's automatic there that makes great snaps every single time. It takes a lot of concentration, Mike. You know that you're going to get hit as the center. You're going to have to go through your blocking scheme, but still able to make a nice snap every time. And, Mike, there's an area right there, basically 2 foot square. That's how I'll put it. You want it right there in the numbers. Easy to get the ball, but right now, the Marshals really struggling in that position.
3rd penalty for 15 yards. 3rd and 38 Mesquite at their own 12-yard line. Ball in the near hash, moving right to left. 3rd and what we'll call a cab ride. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Browning in the gun. Mon Williams to his right. Takes a chest-high snap. 3-man pressure. Steps up, will tuck it under and run. 15 to the middle of the field, 20. And he is tripped up, hit initially on the back end by the linebacker, Bruton, at the 22-yard line. So they gain 11. Makes a more reasonable field goal attempt. It's going to be 4th down and 27.
But, Mike, great job there. Open field tackle by Bruton. Got the quarterback coming at him. He's trying to juke him one way or the other. I mean, I said the guy's dancing all he wants to, but Bruton's just standing there just waiting for the action. Nice play.
Boy, Mesquite had it all set up following the pick. Now Raska will come on for another field goal attempt.
Mike, how much is somebody's mind right here that, wow, man, we're having a tough time. Actually, yeah, the clock shouldn't have been running, I don't think.
It'll be a 43-yard field goal. The clock expired here in the first quarter. It's all zeros right now. That's the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books. Willie Jackson, 2 rushing touchdowns. And now a 4th and a mile coming up for Mesquite when we come back. 14-0 Dodge City on Z98. Starting the second alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, 14-0 Dodge City. 43-yard field goal for Mesquite. Brandon Rasco. Snap back, placement good, kick on the way. End over end, sailing left, and it's no good.
Well, that's a big leg that he has there, Mike, and a good snap.
No good from 43, so Rasco is 0 for 2. And Dodge City will take over up 14-0 from their own 5-yard line. You mentioned the new divisions this year. They have the North and the South, which obviously you'd think would save on travel time and all, but you and I get to hop in the hoopty ride and head on down to San Angelo, Texas.
Going south, man. We're going downhill, Mike. Shouldn't be that bad.
Especially with the way you drive.
Have to wait till I get off of work. That's the deal, though. That's the bad thing about it. We'll get in there late. Go down, I think we're going to go through Amarillo. We'll probably stop at the Jungle as we go through Amarillo, Mike. And then it's right along the way, by the way. And then load up and keep on after that. Get out of there about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then head on down to Lubbock. Get down to Lubbock, visit some friends there, maybe have breakfast there at Lubbock, and then move on into San Angelo.
1st and 10 Dodge, early second from their own 5. Bernard takes a waist-high shotgun snap in his own end zone. Chucks it over the middle. It's caught by Cameron. And immediately hit by Brown at the 12-yard line, right up the near hash mark. Gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Mike, what I like about the play right there, we're not sitting there trying to take off a big bite right there. Just have the receiver go down there. He just turns around, finds a little open space right in front of the linebacker. Bam, right there it is. Beautiful play.
So far, Bernard has been on target. 5 of 7, 55 yards. He did throw the interception, but if you were calculating that QBR that ESPN does, that would not go on him. 3 receivers overload the right side. Bernard in the gun shifts the running back Jackson from his left hip to his right. Takes a helmet high snap, quick screen right, caught by Vincent up the sideline. Carries a tackler to the 15-yard line. That's Q Frazier, the safety. Mark his knee down right around the 14. That's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and a yard.
Mike, you know how much I like Vincent, man. I tell you what, great hands, but Mike, he runs great routes, but the big thing is big-time blocker downfield also. Here's one for you. How about Manhattan High getting beat by Wichita East today, 71-61. Manhattan is out, number 2 in 6A.
Boy, that is a brutal, brutal sub-state. 3rd and 1, Dodge at their own 14, up 14-0, 13:20 left in the first. Pistol set this time for Derek Bernard. Behind him is Willie Jackson. In high motion right is Cameron. Hand to Jackson, dancing right, breaks the tackle in the backfield, cuts back to the left. And that second surge might have got him the first down. Brought down by Frazier, but the initial man missed. That was Nathan Jackson that had a hold of him in the backfield. Instead, he squirts free for 2, and a first down on 3rd and 1.
Mike, great hands that time by Bernard. That was a snap, but like I said, it was right there, waist level. Thing is, though, it was to the side right there. Stuck his left hand out, able to grab it real quick, like, and then still make that handoff.
No Dominique Carson tonight, out with that high ankle sprain. 12:41 left, second quarter, 14-0 Dodge. Vincent joins 2 other receivers to the left, 1 right. Bernard in the shotgun sends 2 in high motion. Takes the shotgun snap under pressure, 4-man rush. Rolls left, throws at the feet of the intended receiver Jackson outside the numbers at the 12-yard line. Q Frazier had the coverage for Mesquite. It's 2nd down and 10.
Like that time, like I said, the offensive line would really struggled that time blocking on assignments right there. Swinney, McCray, and Seared have looked really good. I mean, started this ball game.
Bernard has been on target, as we mentioned, 6 of 9. The only blemish is that interception. Now a 2nd and 10 for Dodge, up 14-0 with 11:53 to go and rolling here in the second quarter. Brandon Vincent will trot to the near side left. Joining him over there is McKinney. Now they shift Julian Walker, who bobbled that pass in the end zone that led to the interception. He goes right. Press man coverage on the outside. Now we have a whistle and a timeout. Play clock had wound down. And Dodge will use a timeout with 11:36 to play here in the second quarter. 14-0 Dodge City on Z98. Back here on Z98, your exclusive home of Dodge City Law football, alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff from United Wireless Arena, where the Law has a 14-0 lead over the Mesquite Marshals. First-year franchise. Added a couple of expansion teams this year. They added a new North Division and a new South Division. We'll get into all the playoff and how that will work. An interesting June for you and I. 2nd and 10, Dodge after the timeout at their own 15 with 11:36 to go in the half. Bernard in the gun. Willie Jackson flanks him left. 2 receivers left. Bernard takes the shotgun snap. 3-man rush. Steps up. Rolls right. Takes off across the line. 20, 25. Bernard slides on one knee. Up the numbers right to the Mesquite 24-yard line. And he's decked on the far side of the field by Brown, who is a pretty imposing figure on that back end for Mesquite. But in all, the play gains 11 yards and a first down.
Mike, really a great read that time, Bernard, because we basically flooded all one side right there. He looks down the field and sees the defense is all moved over. So he just says, you know what, if you're going to give me all this room, I'll see you later.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Bernard in the shotgun, flanked to his right by Jackson. 2 in high motion, takes a wide snap, hands for Jackson up the middle. Plenty of room, and then that hole closed quickly. Blakes, the linebacker, came up to make the stop on the right hash mark at the 20. It's a gain of 3, but that was a huge hole that closed very quickly. 2nd and 7.
Mike, I tell you, Bernard's wearing those gloves right there, but again, a great job. Just reached down with that one of those big paws, able to come up with the football. If you haven't touched one of these footballs, they're very cool, easy to get a good grip on. If you're a season ticket holder, you get free footballs, man. That's what I like. Got them right now, though, but man, did a great job coming up with the football, making that nice little handle.
Deion Swinney in his first year as the center for Dodge City replaces Kyle McManus. 2nd and 7, Dodge, right hash at the Mesquite 20. Bernard in the gun, 3 receivers, slot to the left, over the middle. Bernard hooking up with Jackson on a crossing pattern, running from right to left, and is slammed into the wall by Frankie Brown, who's been busy at the 8-yard line, gains 12 on 2nd down and 7, and a first down for the Law.
Well, I like the play right there. Come across there, just another nice pass. Great blocking scheme up there, up front. Nice work by the offensive lineman.
No huddle, 1st and goal from the 8. Bernard in the shotgun, 3 receivers left, takes the snap, looks left, throws left, bobbled, and caught. No, now they're going to say incomplete. Daniel McKinney, as he had just came out of his break, turned, and the ball was on his right hip, and he couldn't hang on. Back in coverage for Mesquite was Jamal Smith, the backup defensive back. It's 2nd and goal.
Back-to-back receptions right there, almost by McKinney, Mike. I said he did a great job on that first one, then that one right there. It was there, just couldn't wrap it up.
McKinney, who was recruited to Florida Atlantic by Jeff Sims, who's now the head coach at Garden City Community College. 2nd down and goal, right hash, Dodge at the 8-yard line of Mesquite. 3 receivers go left. Bernard in the shotgun. Jackson with his hands on his knees to his left. Play action, Bernard rolls left under pressure from Nathan Jackson. Throws across his body, and he hits McKinney. The ball came out. Jamal Smith has it. Do they roll it a touchdown? No signal yet. The officials will talk about it, and it's a touchdown. McKinney, who dropped the one prior, hangs on to this one. He got his 2 feet down, a yard deep in the end zone in the middle of the field before the ball was ripped out by Jamal Smith. 8-yard touchdown pass, and it's 20-0 Dodge City.
Yeah, Mike, when you look at it, he had possession in the end zone. You've got to give him that right there. Then stripped as he was coming back out there. But I think that's a good call by the officials right there.
Jared Wood, perfect on the year on extra points. Will come on for another to try to make this a 21-0 game with 8:42 remaining in the first half. Thus far, all Dodge City taking advantage of Mesquite mistakes. Snap is back, the placement is perfect, the kick on the way, and it hits the upright, bounces back. Now they'll blow it dead. It bounced right back to Cameron, the holder. First miss of the year by Jared Wood. So no good, 20-0 Dodge City with 8:42 left in the half on Z98. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff back at United Wireless Arena. 20-0 Dodge City, and thus far it's been impressive offensively, but Mesquite killing themselves with mistakes in this first half.
Well, Mike, sitting there thinking about Darlene Jones, commissioner that got cancer, Mike, and battled hard and passed away here this past week. Darlene, big time part of this arena. Believed in it big time. Like I said, get some good things going on here. People able to sit there and recover, go with her. And really, Mike was part of the team that actually brought everything together to put these two, if you will, leagues together. I mean, put these teams together. And Ricky Burt's telling me about Darlene, said that good things going there, and then all of a sudden, like I said, she got sick, Mike, and it just wasn't very long. But this was a lady that did a lot of good things.
Yeah, we had the
for
new
arena football.
Yeah, Tim Bowler, who had the call last week, talked to the new commissioner. But yes, and by the way, Dodge City, who won the Franchise of the Year for the second straight year, was awarded what they're now calling the Darlene Jones Franchise of the Year award. That last drive for Dodge City, which resulted in the McKinney touchdown, 3 plays, 37 yards. Excuse me, 9 plays, 45 yards. McKinney dropped one, got the other one back. Squib kick takes a high bounce, and it's fielded by Welton Johnson at his own 10. Crossed the 15 hit, and then finally spun down around the 16-yard line. Now a flag comes out late. Courtney Sanders and Dwayne Autry combined on the stop after a 6-yard return as we check the flag.
Mike Johnson, 5'7", 160 pounds. Took a couple big shots there, almost escaped, but then you got to put both hands around that football. He did, because like I said, that's a deal that you can get ripped away right there easily.
Now we'll just check the flag. If you're just tuning in, 20-0 Dodge City. Bernard has thrown a touchdown. Willie Jackson has run 2 in. Now they're still sorting things out. The officiating crew tonight has done a pretty good job. They've taken their time, though, on some of these calls. Call a hold against the kicking team. So they'll move the ball now. Should put it right near midfield.
Waiting for a score, McPherson Hayes, Nunnery, Mike. Isaiah Nunnery, which I think is probably going to be the MVP of the WAC. Jared Koster probably could say something about that also, but Nunnery had 26 last night versus Bueller. They jumped out to, what, 20-0 at one time, 21-0. But big game going on Ulysses, McPherson versus Hayes.
Penalty puts the ball at midfield for Mesquite, down 20-0. Browning in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Browning takes the helmet high snap, looks over the middle, wide open. He has his backup tailback, Sean Jordan, who makes a couple of moves in the open field before he's hit by James Cody on the back end. That gains 15 yards on first down. It's 1st and goal.
Nice job by Love, Mike. He was able to beat his guy and really put pressure on Browning. Browning stood in there and going to take a hit from Love. Able to complete the pass, but great field rush there by Love.
Sean Jordan, who works as a personal trainer for the past 12 years, played 3 years for the North Texas Crunch, won a couple of indoor titles. 1st and goal from the 10. It's Jordan as the single setback, and a flag comes flying out, and the whistles will blow this play dead as they were going to run that toss sweep to the left on a 1st and goal for the 10 for Mesquite, down 20-0. 7:46 left in the first half, and a false start is called against Mesquite. Penalties keep piling up for the Marshals. 4 penalties, 20 yards in this first half. They trail it 20-0. Bernard has a touchdown pass and then 2 rushing touchdowns by Willie Jackson. With the ball back at the Dodge 15.
Love, a big dude, 325. We also have Sweeney, offensive line. We're talking about 331. McCrae, 335. Sear, 310. We got some big guys on this team who I like to call the buffet killers, Mike. It's one of those that you and I have got to beat them off the bus to get to the buffet first.
1st and goal for the 15. 3 receivers left for Mesquite. Screen left to Shields, and he's wrapped up by Cashman Thomas, who takes both arms and wraps him around the chest of Shields up the left sideline to the 13. Gains 2. It's 2nd down and goal.
Well, if you haven't been into the arena here, into a DC Law game, you're going to be very entertained, but also, Mike, great athletes out here on the field, good coaching. So far, Mike, I've counted 5 footballs into the stands. You get to keep these footballs. These are game footballs they're playing with. Game ball goes into the stands. Do not throw it back. Kind of hold on to it afterwards. Might even get an autograph after the ball game.
2nd and goal from the 13. Looking at Colton Browning, 3 of 4, 31 yards. He was 10 of 18 a couple weeks ago in that exhibition game against Dallas Fort Worth. Second and goal from the 13. Two receivers left and right. And flags will go flying. They motion the receiver to the right, then change directions coming back to the left. And this flag might be an illegal procedure against Mesquite.
Mike, it just goes into timing. Like I said, you got guys that are crossing that line and getting downfield 3-5 yards downfield before the snap. And maybe that's some of the noise that's going on here. We hear some little noise makers and stuff like that out of this crowd.
Second penalty in the last 3 plays. Put the ball back at the 18. Mesquite, if you look at this, Ross, they have 5 penalties now for, 30 yards.
How about Manning? Come Tuesday, Mike, he's got to make a decision. Now, I'm going to put you in his shoes. He hasn't played really well the last 2 years. I understand he was a little banged up. $19 million if he says yes come Tuesday.
Well, I'm saying yes regardless. I mean, they're going to have to void my contract, $19 million. Second and goal for the 18 for Mesquite, down 20-0. Browning takes the snap, throws back across his body, sails one left, incomplete. And the receiver, Sean Jordan, just took a shot from Dwayne Autry, and the flag comes flying out. This is going to be an automatic first down for Mesquite.
Ouch.
Helmet came off.
Ouch, I'm surprised Jordan got up after that. That was a big hit.
Trying to see the replay here. Browning kind of hung him out to dry. And he got decleated, as John Madden used to say, but wow.
Owie.
By the way, that's the only time this season that I will reference a John Maddenism. Good to see Jordan back up. Still waiting for the call from the officials. Should be an automatic first down.
But you know what? Unless they're just going and say the receiver had no chance, wasn't protected at all. I mean, wasn't leading. Autry was not leading with the helmet. This was a shoulder pad.
It's automatic first down. You can hear the thousands of boo birds and the officials that are sitting in the seats.
Other than the penalty, like I said, it's a safety issue, but to sit there and think about, I mean, it's after the fact, now you throw the flag. But you know what, Mike, going back to Manning, I would take a buyout for $15 million. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Somebody owes me $19 million. I'm not buying anybody out.
Hey, I don't know if I want to go back to the, what, is he 40?
Yeah, I think it was 39.
But Mike, that's the deal. Like I said, you're going to go back through it again and up in the Mile High country. Defense, big time up there with the Denver Broncos.
Put the ball at the 9 after the unsportsmanlike conduct. First and goal at the 9. Two receivers right, one left. Browning in the gun, Jordan to his right. Browning takes a helmet-high snap, looks right. Here comes the blitz from Bruton. Scrambles left to the 10, cuts it back right to the numbers. Browning is into the end zone. Touchdown, Mesquite. What a move by Browning to shake off Bruton, the linebacker, who looked like he had him dead to rights up the left side numbers. But it's a 9-yard rushing touchdown for Browning, and Mesquite finally on the board.
Mike Worley, a great job downfield. We had everybody covered, daring him to throw the football. So now he's got to take off because he's feeling the pressure coming up from the DC Law. Really just a good run, picked up some downfield blocks.
Rasco will come on for the extra point. With 6:20 left in the first half, Mesquite finally on the board. It's been an adventure in special teams for Mesquite thus far. Snap is back, the placement good, the kick right down the middle. 6:20 left, first half. Law 20, Mesquite 7 on Z98. Last drive for Mesquite. Getting them on the board. 3 plays, 34 yards, aided by an unsportsmanlike personal foul penalty. And they punch it into the end zone. Colton Browning, a 9-yard rushing touchdown. Extra point by Rasco, good. 20-7 Dodge City. The Law will get the football back. High end-over-end kick, sails short. Fielded by Walker at his own 8. Runs right to the sideline across the 15 and is belted down by Aaron Washington, the backup quarterback, at the 20-yard line after a 12-yard return.
Well, Mike, you want to sit there and answer back now. You want to get yourself another score. 6:11 left in this quarter. But, Mike, here's the deal. They go down there, really a nice little job, driving down the field, able to get that. Had a little penalty right there, able to help them. But right now you're sitting at 20-7. You do want to run some clock here, get a penalty right away. I mean, get a touchdown right away.
Dodge City last week So Cara St. Angelo 66-43. They trailed 14-12 before Bernard hit Carson on a 35-yard touchdown. They never trailed again. Gave up over 300 total yards, but a lot of dinking and dunking. We call that the prevent defense from St. Angelo a week ago. The eligible tight end to the right is D'Angelo McCray. In the shotgun, here's Bernard with 3 receivers left. Takes the snap under pressure, flips it left at the last second. As he was hit, it's caught by Jackson. Up the near sideline, 15-10, and finally spun down by Frankie Brown at the 8-yard line. Blakes had the quarterback, Bernard, dead to rights. And at the last second, he took a wicked hit, and he shovels it off to Jackson, who rumbles down to the Mesquite 7-yard line, and all, it's a gain of 23.
Nice play by Blakes to get to the quarterback, wraps him up, takes him down, gets up, getting ready to celebrate the big sack, sees that people are not clapping for it. Things are still rocking and rolling, gets downfield. Like I said, Mike, it's just a great play by the quarterback right there. But also good play by Blakes. Thing is, though, Bernard makes a smart play, able to get rid of the football like that.
First and goal from the 8. McCray is the tight end to the right, 3 receivers right. Bernard takes the snap, 4-man rush. Sidearms the ball to the right on a slant, almost intercepted as he was looking for Jeffrey Cameron, but undercutting the route was Hugh Frazier, and there's a flag down behind the play.
Mike, I don't understand what Nathan Jackson was sitting there thinking of as he comes in there. He comes into Bernard and takes a forearm and puts it right up under the kisser of Bernard. This is just not a smart play. That's how I'm going to work this one. I mean, it's just one of those deals that you're there, but you don't have to sit there and bring your forearm up, toss it into his face mask.
So that puts the ball at the 3.5, and it's first and goal. Dodge up 20-7 with 4:49 left in the third. Mesquite getting on the board with a 9-yard rushing touchdown by Colton Browning. Dodge with a touchdown pass from Bernard to McKinney, and also 2 rushing touchdowns by Jackson. First and goal, Dodge from the 3.
Jackson arguing it, but Mike, I tell you, the official made the right call, and he told him, hey, nothing up around the face, put it right there in the chest. I wouldn't have called it.
3 receivers right. Willie Jackson to the left of Bernard in the shotgun with the yellow gloves. Balanced stance, 2 in high motion right, takes the shotgun snap. Hands to Willie Jackson, ducks off right guard, stretches the ball across the chalk, and he's in. Touchdown, Dodge City. This one from 3 yards out, Jackson's 3rd of the night. And Dodge City has a 26-7 lead.
Mike, I tell you, that's that offensive line down there. Did a great job on the block right there. Created a little bit of holes. Sweeney, McCray, and Seard. And, Mike, what you like about that also, I think Bernard had a great read right there, too. He actually could have kept the ball himself, and he would have basically walked in as he would have strolled around called our right side. But just a nice little read there, able to give it to the running back, able to knock it off there. That's a tough carry.
2 plays, 30 yards. Jackson, a 3-yard rushing touchdown, aided, of course, by the personal foul penalty on Nathan Jackson. On for the extra point, Wood. Snap back, placement good. They spin the laces out, and the extra point right down the middle. 4:29 left here in this first half. Dodge extends the lead, up 27-7 over Mesquite on Z98. Back in United Wireless Arena, alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, 27-7 Dodge City. Willie Jackson, 3 rushing touchdowns here in this first half. Mesquite about to get the football back as Wood has it on the tee. Welton Johnson and Miller back deep for Mesquite, and they've been a disjointed mess at times on offense. End over end kick. Miller a yard deep. Fields left side numbers, and he jukes out. McKinney up the left sideline, 25-20, banged into the wall right around the 15-yard line, but McKinney got juked out of his shoes. Did they say he stayed on his feet? Did they mark him out? Did they mark him out of bounds?
Yes.
They did, okay.
And Mike, I tell you what a great open field tackle, too. He also had a blocker right in front of him. But Wood did a great job that time, isolated him. And like I said, Wood is sitting there just basically herding him over to the sideline right there. Then as he got up there, Wood able to jump on him. But that's not a bad kick there by Wood. Gives us an opportunity to come down and cover the play. But it was just a great move right there by Miller getting to the outside.
35-yard return, put the ball at the Dodge City 15 with 4:10 left in the half. First and 10, Mesquite down 27-7. Between the hash marks, Browning in the gun. Powell in a slot right. 2 receivers right as Browning takes the snap, pitches left. Caught by Shields, fumbles the ball. It bounced right back into his lap as Cashman Thomas had a hold of him. It's going to lose yardage back to the 16 That's the third fumble of this first half for Mesquite, and it's 2nd and 11.
Mike, I like the fact that they were able to score. We get the ball right back, called a couple of nice little plays right there. Go right back down, get another 7 points up on the board. You got to like that. But then this kickoff return right here, you can't like that.
Put the ball back at the 16-yard line. So Aaron Washington, who's the backup quarterback, is playing as a third receiver. He was in the slot last time. 2nd down and 11, Mesquite left hash at the Dodge 16-yard line. 3 receivers come right. Washington, Powell, and Shields. Browning in the gun. Sean Jordan to his left. Flags fly. This play blown dead again. Browning last week, as I was talking to Coach Hendricks earlier this week, they did not have a game to start the season. They had a chance to sit back, as Browning said, you know, that's a faster game coming from Louisiana Monroe. Had a chance to go watch the Texas Revolution in a preseason game. And he kind of saw what he did wrong in the first game. Now, first time Colton Browning's ever played in the indoor game as this penalty's going against Mesquite, but things have to slow down. Eventually they will.
Wow, Mike, they're saying that. I'm not sure what this call is, but I think
Say it
that
on
they're
Dodge City?
I'm going to say that I think what they're designating here on the Marshals is that you go up when the offensive lineman, obviously to the outside, raises a hand saying that I could be the eligible individual right here too. I think the official's saying that didn't raise his hand, and that's what it comes down to. And you've got Brandon Bishop saying, yeah, I did. Just ask this other guy. He's Brandon Bishop, 6'4", 330. I think if Brandon raised his hand, you're not going to miss that at all.
2nd and 16 now. Mesquite back at the 21-yard line, the Dodge City 21. 7 penalties, 34 yards for the Marshals. Washington wide right, Powell slot right, Shields to the left. Under center is Browning. Takes the snap, play action. Under pressure, rolls right, tucks it back under and runs to the left. 15-10, dancing right to the 5. Breaks the tackle, lunges to the goal line, and he's down. Is he in? No signal yet. Did they mark him down at the 1-yard line? I believe they did. And chopping him down at the end was Dwayne Autry after a 16-yard gain. Autry and Browning continue to yak at each other. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Mike, that's a great job. We put pressure coming right up the middle, forced him out of the pocket. He takes off and really did a good job of open field running that time, Mike, because he's got the momentum as he's heading downfield, so he's able to break a guy down, then move to the inside, then cuts it right back to the outside, dove for the end zone. Looked like he didn't get in, and that's what they're saying. Did not get in. Good call there by the official.
Harold Love was the one that Browning juked out. 1st and goal, Mesquite at the 1. Jackson the single setback, offset to the right. Powell in motion from right to left. Browning takes the snap, misdirection handoff. That's Jordan up the middle, and Jordan into the end zone. Touchdown Mesquite as he plunges in from a yard out. Marshals score on back-to-back possessions.
Man, got a guy down there. I don't know if it's going to take him a long time just to get up. There we go.
Mesquite punches it in, and the Dodge City lead now trimmed to 14, 27-13, pending the Rasco PAT.
That was Bishop that was down on the ground there, Mike. Brandon Bishop, we just talked about him, 6'4", 330. Took a little bit to get him up, though. But honestly, Mike, they get the good return right there. Had the penalty that was against them. Able to make a nice open field run there by the quarterback, get him down to the end zone, and then finish it off with Williams.
3 plays, 15 yards in 2 minutes and 1 second. Sean Jordan, a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Rasco on for the extra point. Ball through the hands of the holder, Aaron Washington. The ball is loose. Dodge City picks it up at the 12. Doesn't matter, the conversion no good. And as I've mentioned, snaps and special teams, it has been a circus right now in the first half for Mesquite. 1:49 to play second quarter. Law 27, Marshals 13 on Z98. Back at United Wireless Arena alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, 27-13 Dodge. About to get the football back. Cashman Thomas on one knee, fields the ensuing kickoff at his own 2-yard line up the middle. Dancing right, tackled by Q Frazier at the 17-yard line, just inside the numbers after a 15-yard return.
Mike sitting with 1:40 right now. Going on the half, 27-13. I like what we're doing right now. Like I said, just want to keep this offense on the field. Let's see if we can get another score before the end of the half.
Dodge has 2 timeouts to work with. Clock will stop at 1:30, and then anything inside of 90 seconds, incomplete passes, or anything if you get out of bounds, touch the wall, clock will stop. They actually just moved it back now to the 16-yard line. So a 14-yard return by Cashman Thomas. 1st and 10 Dodge, ball on the right hash, moving right to left. Bernard in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Slot left is Walker, slot right Cameron. Right foot in front of his left. Bernard on a quick slant, takes the snap and fires a dart. And the pass is hauled in by Walker, who is tackled by Frankie Brown. Right at midfield after a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Mike, what I like out of Bernard, he's already got his choice making. That's going to be his first gun, and he's going to throw a fireball in there. I thought that Josh last year maybe had a tough time really deciding where he's going to throw the football.
2nd down and 1. Quick sling to the right, caught by Brandon Benson. Tackled by Q Frazier at the Mesquite 16-yard line. That's a gain of 9 more. That'll pick up the first down, and that brings us to the 90-second warning. 58 seconds to play in the first half. Dodge have first down and 10 at the Mesquite 16. When we come back, they have 2 timeouts. They're up 14 on Z98. Back at United Wireless Arena alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, 27-13 Dodge City. A couple of touchdown runs early in this first half by Willie Jackson. Bernard threw one, and then Jackson added his 3rd rushing touchdown. Marshals have scored twice on rushing touchdowns, one by Browning and one by Sean Jordan. 1st and 10 Law at the Mesquite 16 with 2 timeouts, up 14. 4 receivers, 2 either way. Bernard sends 2 in high motion, takes a waist-high snap, looks right, pump, fade to the end zone, looking incomplete. Face guarding the receiver was Miller, was intended for Jeffrey Cameron in the back right corner of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Great job that time, though, Mike, by Larry Miller. Good coverage on the play. And really, not a bad little pass right there. To be truthful, he's throwing it low, hoping the receiver can find it, then try to go get it, but Miller just had great coverage.
Miller, 24 years old, from Bemidji State. He's originally from Dallas, Texas. As a quarterback in high school, threw for more than 2,000 yards. His mom's cousin is the late, great Heisman Trophy winner Earl Campbell. 2nd down and 10, Dodge City at the Mesquite 16. Bernard play action, under pressure on a blitz. As he was falling down, chucks it into probably the 10th row of seats up the right sideline. The one coming through untouched was Cameron Blake's on the blitz. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Wow, Mike, I tell you what, you're talking about Earl Campbell, a great devastating runner with Bum Phillips down there at Houston. Problem was, I think that they just ran him to death, to tell you the truth, man. He was a highlight film. If you ever had a chance to watch Earl Campbell play, man, there's some great runs by Earl Campbell. University of Texas dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was Walter Payton before Walter Payton. Of course, Payton's one of the best running backs of all time, but just the running style.
And I'd have to agree with that because Payton could take a hit. Earl Campbell loved to give hits.
3rd down and 10. 50 seconds left in the half. Dodge up 27-13 for the Mesquite 16. 3 receivers left. Bernard takes the shotgun snap, looks left, fires a dart over the middle to McKinney. Makes the catch at the 5, spins back left, stretching the ball towards the goal line, and he's down at the 1-yard line. McKinney fighting off a tackle and nearly got in. Q Frazier shut him down at the half-yard line. That's a gain of 15 and a first down on 3rd and 10.
Mike, so hard to do for quarterbacks. They get back there, they start focusing in on one receiver. I'm going to look at him, and let everybody know where I'm going to throw the football. That time, Bernard looks in an area, then bam, goes right over the middle. And there it is, right there. Nice little play there by McKinney, too. Just a bullet right to the numbers.
Bernard has been a machine. 1st and goal from the 1 for Dodge. Clock running, 25 seconds. They have 2 timeouts. Jamar Seard is an eligible tight end left. An extra offensive lineman, that's Harold Love. 2 receivers right. And now Dodge will call a timeout with 15 seconds. They have 1 remaining. Up 27-13. Let's go back to that play you were just talking about, how he looked off and then fired. He's looking in that direction. I want to clarify what you're saying because I think it's a great point. Looking in that direction, it almost looked like he's going to throw it to the sideline, but he comes back underneath as they're playing back basically in a zone coverage.
Yeah. Had 3 white shirts just in the vicinity. We're able to go down, sit right in front of those white shirts as McKinney was able to. And then, like I said, good job there by McKinney. Catch the ball first, turn around, see where they're at, and go for the end zone. Took 3 guys there to keep him out of the end zone.
How about Bernard? 12 of 18, 133 yards, a touchdown. If you missed it earlier, he did throw an interception, but on the interception, he had hit Julian Walker in the end zone. Walker had it over his outstretched arms, bobbled it, looked like it almost hit the wall, but it somehow stayed in play, and then Calhoun picked it off, returned it 30 yards. That's the only blemish.
And Mike, on that last pass play, great job by the offensive line. Gave him a lot of time to throw the football.
1st and goal from the 1. Pistol set for Bernard, who walks up. Yells instructions to his offensive lineman, takes the snap under center, quarterback sneak into the end zone, touchdown Dodge City, and they've blown it open in the final 15 seconds of the first half. Bernard, a 1-yard rushing touchdown, and it's 33-13 Law.
Mike, I'm going to tell you, and this, Sean Ponder does not write my checks, doesn't pay me. But I tell you what, he's called some great offensive series this year, too, set some great things up. I like what I'm watching.
He also has a quarterback that right now is efficient, does not make mistakes, and is athletic.
But if Sean wanted to pay me, I have no problem with that either.
Who does pay you?
Nobody, seems like. So I'm always paying somebody.
Jared Wood on for the extra point. Snap is back, the hold by Cameron, the kick on the way. And it splits the uprights. 13 seconds left first half. Dodge City 34, Mesquite 13 on Z98. 13 seconds remaining here in this first half. Dodge City getting a rushing touchdown from Bernard, who just walked up under center, took the snap and plunged in. 34-13 Dodge. Mesquite will get the football back with one timeout. And it's fielded at the 1 by Welton Johnson. Runs left, cuts it back right, and slammed down as he reaches the 20-yard line. The special teams tackle for Dodge City made by Cashman Thomas.
Good coverage that time, Mike, but able to take the football and go on a line drive kick right there, too. Boy, Mike, I like what we have seen in this first half.
Both sides of the ball.
Yes.
8 seconds to go, first half.
I mean, you know, Mike, you're putting a football team together every year, and obviously you don't keep the same guys year after year. Everybody's. So you got to bring in another combination, and you're trying to put that combination together, get everything matched up here. And it looks like that Dodge City's got some things matched up here right now. Looks like the communication looks really good right now. Looks like we've got everybody's back on this. I'm really enjoying this. And, you know, you got to give the Marshals some time here, somewhere down the line. Like I said, they're going to get their stuff together here, but I don't want this to happen as we get a penalty flag. I don't want to see this happen, Mike, in this ball game. I hope it's later on down in the season. But like I said, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up here. We still got a big-time half left.
Now delay a game called against Mesquite. Another penalty on the Marshals. Going to put the ball back to the 15-yard line. The final 8 seconds of the first half, 34-13 Dodge City. First half that's seen Mesquite commit 8 penalties for 39 yards. Dodge 189 total yards, Mesquite just 21. But in the first quarter, Mesquite had minus 25 total yards. So obviously they've doubled up on that here in the second, but they're still down a ton. 4 receivers on 1st and 15. Browning takes the shotgun snap, throws one left on the run, off balance, incomplete for Jordan. The one providing the pressure for Dodge City was Eric Banford, the defensive end. It's 2nd down and 15 with 3 seconds.
Honestly, Mike, look at Colton Browning might have got a little greedy there. Maybe wanted to go deep. There was nothing there. Out of the backfield, though, he had Brown open all the way. Just wasn't able to hold on. And Brown was going to get maybe 20 yards out of the play. Might even get a good range there for a field goal try. Thing is, though, wasn't there.
Browning, by the way, is 4 of 6 for 30 yards. But he's been under constant pressure. 3 seconds to go. Browning goes over and will talk with Larry Hendricks. I believe Mesquite just used a timeout. So they'd be out of timeouts with 3 seconds to play. If you're just tuning in, Dodge City up 34-13, and it's been the Bernard show in this first half along with Willie Jackson. Jackson, 3 rushing touchdowns. Bernard has a passing touchdown to Daniel McKinney and also ran one in from a yard out. Mesquite scored on a touchdown run by Colton Browning from 9 yards out and Sean Jordan's 1-yard dive.
Mike, that was a strange. Browning comes over, talks to this coach, then heads clear down to the other end there to talk to another coach. Come back out here.
2nd and 15 from his own 15. Final play of the half. 4 receivers, 2 either way. Dodge rushes 3. Browning 5-step drop. Floats one down the middle into double coverage. Jump ball, and it's picked off in the back of the end zone by Dwayne Autry, who shovels it back, and they keep the play alive with Caleb Young, who runs right, breaks a tackle at the 5, flips it back right into the air. It's still loose in the end zone. Cashman Thomas has it. Ducks back left. That's going to be a safety. After all of that, That should be a safety because they flipped it back, and Mesquite should get 2 points.
Wow, Mike, let's see what they're going to do right here, because that was a nice little play. Able to get the INT, then you try to bring it out, and then you're going to flip it back one more time, just try to keep the play alive. That's where you just go ahead and take that knee, take it down right there. They're going to get the 2 points.
A mistake, though, by Young, getting too cute at the end of the half, and Sean Ponder is not going to like watching that. The interception by Autry, who kept the play alive, flipped it back to Young, who came back, ran the opposite way towards the sideline, got across the chalk. So now once he's in the field of play, if you go backwards into the end zone, it's a safety, so he flips back. Now his knee looks like it might have been down, but they did not call that. Are the officials talking about that now?
Mike, I tell you what, I agree. I think the knee was down when he made the flip, before he made the flip.
Referees are huddled at the 1 yard line.
It was a bang, bang play.
Referee still talking.
Now, they can't go back and review anything, Mike. We get to see it here. Just great job here by Mike Nelson and Media Services.
But what are they talking about then? That's, I guess, the question.
Yes.
So it should be a touchback. Okay. So there's no fumble, no safety. He was down by contact as he was shoved into the wall inside of 90 seconds. So that voids out the flip back and all the dancing by Young. And Dodge City just avoided complete disaster.
Just very proud of the way our defense is playing right now. I think that we're very solid right now, doing a great job. The offensive line looks like they're really starting to come together. And I think we're making very good choices in the backfield also by the quarterback. And like I said, I mean, I hate to sit there and pat Ponder on the back. I mean, Coach Ponder, I guess, on the back and just say, but I thought he's called a very good game. I think we've set up some very nice plays right here that's really helped out a lot, though. But, Mike, I tell you what, we've done well. But thing is, though, you go 34-14, this game is over. No, not in arena football, because it's a big, there's a lot of time left indoor now. The thing is, though, Mike, like I said, you got to keep up the pressure, keep things going. We're going to kick off to the Marshals, keep them off the board, get another score. I'd feel, I guess, more comfortable, let's put it that way.
Congratulations, Scott City boys. Glenn O'Neill in his final year, advancing to the state tournament in 3A, beating Sterling 59-57.
Wow, that's a good Sterling ball club.
Adam Kadavy gets to go to state again.
I'm jealous.
So does Tim Bulwer.
In fact, I'm going to call him Mr. State from now on.
Yeah, Tim there as well. Dodge City advancing both boys and girls. Congratulations to Kelly Snodgrass and to my man Dennis Hamilton. Line drive kick taken by Welton Johnson to the back of the end zone for Mesquite. Runs left across the 10, across the 15, cutting back right. And he's tumbled down at the 17-yard line. Tackled from behind, made by Caleb Young for Dodge City after a 22-yard return.
Now, you know, Glenn O'Neill has probably about 530, I think we're right around 530 wins, 185 losses, Mike, at 3 schools. I mean, he's done very good at Frankfort, 9 years, Wellington 1 year, the Scott City for 20 years in basketball. O'Neill, like I said, he's just done such a great job. 5 straight state championships. 2006, 2011, 2012, 13 and 15 runner-up finishes in 3A in 2007 and 2014. So when you get an opportunity, Glenn O'Neill is going to do some great things. He's got a tough program that he's got to go build up there in Topeka. Thing is that we already know that Coach Turner's going to take over the football program. Now you got to find out who's going to take over that great basketball program that O'Neill's been a leader of.
1st and 10, Mesquite at their own 17. Browning under center. Mon Williams back in the game. They run the zone option play to the left. Browning keeps with a flag down as he spins his way up the left side numbers to the Dodge City 23.
Boy, I saw the flag here. I can't imagine what this is going to be.
Cashman Thomas makes the stop. Right now, it's a gain of 10.
Well,
maybe illegal defense on Dodge City?
That's the only thing I can think of, but that comes from the wrong official.
They just pick up the, yeah, it's going to go on Dodge because Larry Hendricks going to decline the penalty.
Yeah, because, John, I didn't realize that Whitehead gets to throw that if that's.
They did not give him the first down. It's 2nd down and 1.
Sure enough.
Yeah, so it's 2nd down and 1. They declined the penalty. So if you would have taken it, it'd be 1st and 5. So take your pick. Browning will go under center. He's been the offense for Mesquite tonight. Alexander goes right, slot right. The receiver is Welton Johnson. He goes in high motion. They fake it to him on a jet sweep. Running right, Browning. And Browning trying to stretch it out towards the sideline, but he lost a yard as Courtney Sanders with the ponytail, with the hair hanging out the back of his helmet. He's the one that makes the tackle, the Troy Polamalu haircut. And now it's 3rd down and 1.
Mike, I was watching a young man that was over along the sidelines. Well, you better be paying attention. He was actually turning around looking at somebody, and all of a sudden he had players almost right in his lap. He jumped up about 3 more rows, went right back to his parents.
3rd and a long one, close to 2. Mesquite 0 for 4 on 3rd down, right at midfield. 2 receivers right, press man coverage on the outside. Browning takes the shotgun snap. The lefty looks and fires to the near side right, and he's got his man Alexander. 1st down inside the 15 before he is belted down by the combination of Thomas and Dwayne Autry. It's a gain of 11 on 3rd and 2, and the first 3rd down conversion of the night for Mesquite.
Mike, Jim Turner is going to take over the football program up there. He actually played football at Garden City Community College. He was at Arc City. Cali County quit playing football. Glenn going to take over Glenn O'Neill. Glenn O'Neill was 97-14, 9 seasons there for football at Scott City.
Browning in the gun, 1st and 10, Mesquite at the Dodge 14 of the near hash, moving left to right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. They throw it left, and the pass caught by Shields. And tackled from behind by Delaney Dobard, who rides him down just outside the numbers. And let's see where they mark the ball down, because they push him into the wall. They'll mark it down at the 9-yard line. So that's a gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5.
Dobard, he got up. Mike wasn't very happy because he got a great jump on the ball. He recognized the play, just couldn't quite get there to pick that off. Made the smart play by getting the open field tackle.
Dobard, who played collegiately at Bacone, last year with Salina, had 34 tackles, 4 interceptions, was top 10 in the league. 2nd and 5, left hash. Mesquite moving left to right, down 34-13 at the Dodge 9. Shields goes in high motion left to right. Browning takes the shotgun snap. They set up the bubble screen right to Alexander, but another flag comes out. And where's this one going? Waiting for the call. Legal formation again on Mesquite. Larry Hendricks, who is the head coach for the Mesquite Marshals. He played at Cisco College, also at Southwest Baptist University. Played professionally for 5 years. Originally went to camp with the Indianapolis Colts back in 95-96. Played in the Canadian League as a defensive back with the Calgary Stampeders. He is the defensive coordinator and the head coach. He calls all the defensive plays. 2nd and 10. Mesquite left hash at the Dodge 14. Browning under center. Hands on a delay to Williams. Runs off left guard 10. To the left 5. And is shoved in the back. At the end of that play, he bounces off the wall, but shoved down by Autry at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 10. And he's right at the 1st down marker.
Williams runs hard, Mike. We did a great job closing that gap as possible, as quick as possible. How about Wichita State get knocked off today by Northern Iowa? Northern Iowa's been kind of a thorn in their side, to tell you the truth, when it comes to that Missouri Valley.
They've been up and down all year as Northern Iowa. They beat North Carolina earlier.
I think 21-12 on the season, something like that.
Did not give him the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard, just inside the Dodge 5. Mesquite 1 of 5 on 3rd down. Browning in the gun, play clock at 2, down to 1, takes the snap, hands for Williams, up the middle with a flag down from behind, dives forward to the 1, he's got the 1st down. We'll check the penalty. This might be a legal defense on Dodge City. Love makes the stop. That's a gain of 4. It should stand if you think. No, wow. A legal formation again on Mesquite. That's got to be, what, the 4th time that they've been called for an illegal formation. Put the ball back to the 10, and now it's 3rd and 6.
You can see Mike Mesquite's got some good things going on, but like I said, bad snaps in the first half kind of cost them. Now you see these penalties also starting to mount up on top of that.
3rd and 6, Mesquite, left hash just inside the Dodge 10. 11:20 left, 3rd quarter, Dodge 34, Mesquite 13. Eligible tight end left is Brandon Bishop. Browning in the gun, flanked by Williams. Alexander right, Shields left. Browning takes the snap, play action. All kinds of time, rolls left to the numbers, pumps, takes off and runs. Helmet comes off, inside the 5, piled up on at the 2. Equipment, gear flying everywhere. And the one that made the tackle was James Cody. He, along with about 4 other guys, that's a gain of 8. And that should be enough for a first down.
Mike, great job by Bishop getting out ahead there. Again, like I said, we talked about this. He's a big dude, 6'4", 330, getting downfield. But Mike, defensive secondary did a great job that time. He looked and looked and looked, realized that time was coming down, just couldn't find anybody there, had to take off with it. We were able to close that gap also. We did a great job rallying to the ball.
7th play of this drive, 1st and goal, Mesquite at the Dodge City 2. Browning in the gun. To his left is Mon Williams. Takes a helmet-high snap, hand for Williams, blows this play dead, another flag. Boy, Williams took a shot right up the middle.
Relax,
pushing and shoving again.
Relax.
We've already seen a couple of flags thrown for unsportsmanlike conduct. And with 10:08 left here in this 3rd quarter, this might be another illegal formation on Mesquite.
You know, Mike, with the Big 12 tournament coming up also, you got to think that Kansas is rolling real well, playing very, very well, able to wrap up their senior day here with Iowa State knocking them off. Oklahoma, like I said, this is a team right here that you've got to have buddies shooting the ball well. They're going to struggle a little bit. I think West Virginia's been a big surprise for the Big 12. I think some good things going on there. But I tell you what, Mike, I would love to go to that Big 12 basketball tournament. That would be a blast. Going to be some great talent there.
You pull out your Visa card and we're going.
Wow. Okay.
I still think they should pull that back to Oklahoma City.
You know, that was very cool down there at Bricktown. I mean, just within about 4 blocks of Bricktown.
Yep.
I mean, very cool. I think it was at the Ford Center was one of them.
It's not the Ford Center anymore, but same building,
Yeah.
yes. Chesapeake Energy Arena. Put the ball back at the 7 after the illegal procedure. 1st and goal, Mesquite from there. Extra offensive lineman in, that's Christopher Brown. Browning in the pistol. Williams behind him, play action. Throws left, bobbled and dropped at the goal line by Shields. Cashman Thomas got his mitts in there to knock it away. That was chest high, but Shields couldn't wrap it in. And now it's 2nd down and goal.
Great job there by Thomas, Mike. Really, you get one opportunity right there, and the ball comes right into the hands right there. Thomas all over the play, able to strip the arm away so he can't make that catch.
Thomas last week, 12 tackles, 4 pass breakups. We haven't even mentioned the fact on the offensive side that Derek Bernard, the starting quarterback, was named the CIF Offensive Player of the Week. 2nd and goal, Mesquite at the Dodge 7, down 34-13 with 9 to play here in the 3rd. 8th play of this drive that began back at their own 17. Browning in the gun, to his right, Mon Williams. Anthony Alexander right, Shields left. Browning takes the snap, toss sweep right to Williams. Has blockers out in front, turns the corner, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mon Williams from 7 yards out. And Mesquite closes the deficit with 8:46 to go in the 3rd. They're now down 15.
When do you start chasing points, Mike? You're going to go ahead and just kick this, or you go for 2 here. But sit there and think about this. That was a great call right there, getting the ball to the outside, had it sealed off on the blocking. That's just a good job there by Mesquite offensive line.
So I'll let you answer your own question. When do you start chasing the points?
Well, gosh, when you get into something like this right here, Mike, and I understand that, you know, basically you got an automatic 1 point sitting there, but I'm a guy that likes going for 2.
You're a gambling man.
Yes, I is.
But you never let your money out when you're at the blackjack tables.
No, I don't.
Rasco on for the extra point. Snap is back. The placement is good. The kick end over end line drive, and he drills it. And with 8:46 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's Dodge City 34, Mesquite 20 on Z98. Walker and Thomas back deep for Dodge City. End over end kick, and Cashman Thomas will take it at the 5-yard line, runs right to the 10, cuts it back left 15, finds his seam to the 25, high stepping, and he's drilled into the wall, bouncing back left, but he took a shot from Joe Powell at the Mesquite 21-yard line. In all, it's a return of 24 yards, and it's 1st down Dodge City. Good field position.
And nice job of blocking also on that kickoff return there too. Cameron was able to stay with his man all the way there. I like that. Thomas, Mike, he goes up there and then all of a sudden just turns on the jets, able to make cuts at full speed. Very tough to do.
Dominique Carson, the reigning special teams player of the year from a year ago. is out tonight with a high ankle sprain, so Cashman Thomas has been doing the work on special teams. Brandon Vincent, check that. Daniel McKinney comes left, slot left with Walker. To the far side right, Vincent, and then in a slot right is Cameron. Bernard, 12 of 18 of the shotgun, takes a waist-high snap. On a blitz they come, throws a slant to the left, and it's bobbled and then dropped by Cameron. It looked like it hit the turf.
Yes.
Hugh Frazier was in coverage, just inside the numbers at the 18-yard line of Mesquite with 2nd down and 10.
Mike Sweeney's done a great job hiking the ball here with the center snap.
Mentioned that Kyle McManus, who spent the last couple of years here, no longer here, and Sweeney, who's got some NFL experience, was in camp with the New Orleans Saints. Looked like Dodge moved early on 2nd down. Bernard on a blitz, and he goes down, sacked by Sam Wren, who played for Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State back at the 22-yard line. That is a loss of 7. It's 3rd and 17.
That time, that was just quickness getting to the outside, going on Jamar Sear, just able to go right around there and goes right to the quarterback. Able to get that sack.
7:25 left, 3rd quarter. First sack of the night for Mesquite. 34-20, Dodge in front facing 3rd and long. Last year, Dodge allowed 23 sacks. They struggled up front. Now 3rd and 17 for Dodge. 3 of 5 on 3rd down for their own 22. 3 receivers right, wide snap taken by Bernard. Fires a bullet to the near side left, and it's hauled in by Cameron at the 15 of Mesquite, and he dances left inside the 10. 1st down yardage down to the 8. Miscommunication on the back end. Jamal Smith makes the tackle, but not before a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Cameron comes down. Mike, you got to have the time there. The offensive line able to give plenty of time to Bernard, but Mike, as Cameron comes down, he makes a cut going to the outside. Nobody goes with him. Great recognition that time. Nice catch.
Bernard continues to impress. 1st and goal from the 8. Near hash, Jamar Seared, an eligible tight end left. Vincent right, McKinney left. Slot right, Cameron. Back to throw, Bernard again, the blitz. Under pressure and wrapped up. Sacked again. This time by Cameron Blakes, the 25-year-old from Louisiana Monroe. Back at the 20-yard line. That's a loss of 12. 2nd sack on this possession.
Great job that time, too, Mike. You did talk about Blake's right there. It's almost a timing deal for him. Mike, thing is, we might want to maybe switch up the snap count just a little bit. Try to throw him off just a bit.
2nd and 22. There was a flag down after the play. Okay, so they called illegal defense. I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see it.
So no sack. You got to let them know that you're blitzing. So instead of 2nd and 22, put the ball at the 4, and now it's 2nd down and 6. Excuse me, 2nd down and goal from the 4. Now they're saying 1st down, excuse me. 1st and goal from the 4. Bernard takes the snap, quarterback draw up the middle, and he tumbles across the goal line. Touchdown as he drags Alan Stavanoa across the chalk. 4-yard rushing touchdown for Bernard, and the Law lead is 20.
Mike, I don't know what the offensive line's going to grade out, but like I said, they're making some good blocks, and he's just reading some good blocks also, just reading off of that. Mike, go back to that blitz. You know, one player may blitz. He must be lined up 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and be stationary. The blitzing player must identify himself, stay between the defensive ends, and is not allowed to blitz around the outside of the defensive line.
Straight from the rule book.
Verbatim.
I thought you just came up with that right off the top of your head.
I did. Well, I mean, I read it, and then, of course, my memory.
Wood will come on for the extra point. The snap is back, the placement is good, and the kick is on the way. End over end, and right down the middle for Jared Wood. And that touchdown by Bernard, capping off a drive. 5 plays, 21 yards. And it results in the Bernard touchdown, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 41-20 Dodge with 6:04 left in the 3rd on Z98. 6:04 remaining here in this 3rd quarter alongside Ross Miller. Mike Pilasov. Dodge extending the lead 41-20. End over end kick comes to Miller. Makes the catch against the wall, 1 yard deep in the end zone. Right up the middle, 15-20. Goes left, 25. Cuts it back right. And he's all the way down to the Dodge City 18-yard line, where he's tumbled down on the far side by Bruton and James Cody. So a good return yet again. They will officially mark it at the 19. So after all that running, it's Sets up Mesquite at the plus 19-yard line.
Mike, that's just another good kick. I mean, that puts him right into the corner over here. Just a great return. Got some good downfield blocking. I think Jared Wood, I thought that was a great kick. Had a lot of height on it, pins him right into a corner. But really, Miller's got some good wheels.
31-yard return for Miller. 5:46 to go in the third. Mesquite down 41-20. They have a 1st and 10 at the Dodge 19. Dodge showing blitz. In motion from left to right.
Easy.
Was Anthony Alexander. They handed to him on a jet sweep, but this play is blown dead. Congratulations, by the way, we're getting word that Hugoton has knocked off Holcomb boys, and they are on their way to the state tournament.
Now, how bad was the score? Did you get a score on that? Just know that they won.
I did not get a score.
You know what I tell you? That'd be the 3rd time that they've ever beat Holcomb this year. Maybe it's the 4th time. I'm not sure if those guys played. I know 3 times for darn sure, but Mike, big difference when Christian Mers went down for Holcomb. He was their point guard, averaging 18 points a ball game when he had that hand injury, darn it, on his, I think his little pinky. I mean, it's just a major, major deal, and had to actually have some screws put in, but made a big difference for Chad Novak's program.
1st and 15, Mesquite at the Dodge 24 to the illegal procedure. Back to throw Browning, play action, lobs one left into the end zone. Incomplete for Alexander. There's a flag down, possible pass interference down the left sideline.
And it will be, Mike. We pinched him just a little bit too soon before the ball got there.
That was Caleb Young on the coverage.
Wow, Dodge said he's going to send both programs to state. Wichita South is going to send both programs to state. Hugoton Eagles are going to send both programs to state.
We're waiting word for the official call.
I believe Sterling girls are sending both programs. I mean, Sterling boys and girls are also going both programs to state.
Put the ball at the... Okay, they call the pass interference on Young. Still trying to spot the ball off. That's what we're waiting on. It's going to be an automatic 1st down for Mesquite.
And I'll take that back. Scott City boys was able to beat Sterling boys.
Yeah, so one Sterling team got in.
Sterling girls are going, and Sterling girls are really good.
Hey, I knew what you meant.
They beat Hill City. Hill City beat Hoxie to stop that streak at 107 for Hoxie women.
1st and goal, Mesquite at the 9-yard line. 5:20 to go. First here in this third quarter, 41-20. Dodge City, Mesquite on the move left to right. Receivers to either side. Shields in high motion to the left. Browning takes the snap, toss sweep left, goes to Mon Williams, cuts it back right to the numbers, and belted with a waist-high tackle from behind by Cashman Thomas, who had 12 of them last week. No gain. It's 2nd down and goal. Williams, who was recruited and then signed by Urban Meyer at the University of Florida, ended up leaving the program, but left with a couple of rings on his finger, 2 national championships.
Yeah, that's very cool, too. But, Mike, that's a great play by Thomas, Mike. He comes around there and he goes low, wrap up the legs, makes a nice tackle.
2nd and goal, Mesquite down 41-20 at the Dodge 9 left hash, moving left to right. Shields left, Alexander right. Browning in the pistol, offset, and behind him to the left is Williams. Play action, Browning, well protected. Skips right, throws right, wide open, touchdown. In the end zone, scooped up off the turf by Anthony Alexander. Sitting back in zone coverage was James Cody. It's a 9-yard touchdown strike, and Mesquite scores again.
Well, Mike, and we're going to get into a shootout right now. I tell you what, one team able to stop the other team could make this very, very interesting, though, but just a nice pass that time.
Problem for Mesquite, they can't get a stop on the other side of the ball. Aaron Washington will hold for the extra point by Rasco. Rasco's missed one tonight. I don't know if you call it a miss, but the ball, bad snap. We've seen that all night, and now maybe a false start. Flag comes out. This might go against Mesquite. Check the flag. So they'll redo the try and back it up right around the 5-yard line. Mesquite keeping this one close. As Ross has pointed out, we don't have to tell you, they'll put the ball back to the 3. Try it from there.
I'm a little anxious, Mike. An old Santa Fe Trail rivalry was going on over at Deerfield. Ingalls boys versus Deerfield. Eagles not part of the Santa Fe Trail League anymore. Waiting to hear a score on that one.
So we'll try it again with Rasco. Trying to make this a 14-point game with 4:22 left in the third quarter. Aaron Washington will hold. Snap spins back to Washington, places it down, spins the laces out. The kick is on the way, and he missed it to the right. No good. 4:22 left, third quarter. Law 41, Marshals 26 on Z98. Bernard has directed this offense. He's thrown for 153 and ran for 34. Willie Jackson had those 3 first-half rushing touchdowns, but right now Mesquite's keeping it close. If they get a defensive stop, things could get very interesting here, but right now you take your chances with Bernard.
Yeah, you do, man. I like what's going on right now. Mike, ask and you shall receive. Just got text here that Deerfield was able to knock off Ingles, going to state. It's been a long time since Deerfield's been to state. 55-45 over the Eagles Bulldogs. My alma mater, Deerfield. Who can still hold the records there for most fouls in a ball game, most turnovers on a season. All good.
You hold a lot of school records over there.
Yes, I do.
For futility.
Yes, I do, and I'm proud of it.
And over end kick. Cashman Thomas fields it a yard deep in the end zone. Runs left to the numbers across the 15. And he is buried from behind, and a shot by Calhoun. Larry Miller made the tackle. Calhoun, who had that big interception earlier, just took a shot right to the back of Cashman Thomas. That's a 20-yard return.
Well, Mike, what I was talking about, great block to the outside. Basically took the helmet off of one of the players here, but the thing is, then he retaliated. Man, nice job there by Cameron. Then he retaliates, and who was it? That might have been Calhoun that retaliated on that thing, and like I said, there should have been a penalty called on that.
It's been like a boxing match tonight with no gloves. Little chippy. Dodge leading 41-26 with 4:08 left in the third. Dodge in possession right to left, ball in the near hash. Eligible tight end is D'Angelo McCray. They will send Brandon Vinson wide right, McKinney in a slot right with 2 receivers left. Bernard takes the shotgun snap waist high. 4-man rush, throws over the middle, deflected, and almost intercepted. There's another flag down. This is going to be a late hit on the blitzing linebacker Cameron Blakes, but off the chest of McKinney. That was almost intercepted by Jamal Smith.
Mike, that is just a hard throw right there. Fastball, had to get rid of it quickly as he had Blakes coming in on top of him. I mean, that's just one of those deals right there. Let up. I tell you what, this team's going to start creeping in the 200 territory when it comes to yardage.
But you know what the old NFL veterans are saying when you say you need to hold up?
Yeah.
They're saying, what are you talking about? We did that on every play. Like Dick Butkus, he's laughing at us right now. And all these rules to protect the offensive player.
Ray Nitsky.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys that didn't have any front teeth, a lot of them. I mean, it almost looked like the hockey guys. Who was it, Lambert?
Yeah, Jack
Lambert. Oh, man.
Well, he looked great with those. But he did that like with a marketing campaign with those no teeth. He could have been on any dental commercial he wanted. 1st and 10, move the ball to the Mesquite 16 after the penalty on Blakes. Vinson right, slot right McKinney. Bernard goes over to Sean Ponder, gets the play call. Willie Jackson starting tonight in place of Dominique Carson off the left hip of Bernard. 2 in high motion. Bernard takes the chest high snap. Here comes the blitz. Throws one right, and it's almost intercepted by Sam Wren, the defensive end at the line of scrimmage, who batted it down. If he pops it in the air, it's picked off, and it's a pick 6 intended for Willie Jackson.
Stumbling just a little bit here. Got to keep things going.
Now it's 2nd down and 10. Dodge City has taken advantage of penalties tonight on Mesquite. 13 for 74 yards. 2nd and 10, Law at the Marshals 16-yard line on the near hash. Will be right to left. Julian Walker left with 2 receivers to the right. McKinney in a slot right. Bernard in the gun. 2 in high motion. Takes a waist-high snap. Hand off to Jackson. Dancing off right guard. Cuts it back up the numbers. And he's spun down by Q Frazier at the 9-yard line after a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Nice run right there, Mike. That's all. Quarterback is just reading. Blocking scheme. Bam. Hands it off. got a great run there. Broke a tackle, couldn't break the other one.
Frazier's 6th tackle of the night for Jackson. 7 carries for 30 yards and 3 scores. It's 3rd and 3 Dodge, right hash at the Mesquite 9 with 2:07 to play in the third, up 41-26. Law 4 of 6 on 3rd down.
I like offensive linemen that get downfield and throw blocks. A good job there by Sweeney.
Bernard in the shotgun shifts Jackson from his right hip to his left, trips to the near side left, press man coverage for Mesquite. 2 in high motion. Bernard takes the snap, looks left, dancing right, will take off and run at the 10. Bouncing to the numbers 5, to the sideline, spinning down to the 3-yard line, and finally finished off by Alan Stavanoa.
Mike,
Bernard
he
took
came,
a shot to his right knee.
I'm going to say almost kind of awkward when he was getting ready to go down there. Just looks like that his foot caught as he was going down there. Just a little bit awkward. All good, though.
That's a gain of 6. Bernard is up, walking it off. 1st and goal coming up for Dodge City at the 3. Stavanoa made the stop. But for the Law tonight, that was their 5th 3rd down conversion, 5 of 6. Final 90 seconds of the third. Dodge moving from right to left. That's the 4th play of this drive. Benson right, Daniel McKinney in a slot right, lines up on the numbers. Extra blocking back, extra offensive lineman Harold Love in front of the quarterback Bernard. McKinney in high motion, turn right, hand to Jackson, off right guard, and he plunges in. Touchdown, Willie Jackson. High fives the fans behind the end zone. His 4th rushing TD of the night. This one from 3 yards out. Law scores once again. They're up 47-26.
Oh, a great job by Sweeney there, leading the way, getting down there with the blocks. They were talking about our big guys up there that do just a fantastic job. Harold Love was a part of that also. Getting downfield, continuing to throw those blocks. Seared in there on top of that. I said, Mike, that's exactly what you want out of offensive linemen. I understand, you know what, you get winded, you get tired, but it's those guys getting downfield, keep the block going on. And like I said, I mean, like, Sweeney got actually pinned the dude up there against that 4-foot wall that we're talking about. He didn't. He took exception to it. Turned around there, kind of gave him a little shove. That's the way it goes. Aha. So we're going to go both ways on it.
So Bernard got called for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, that was 70. What did they say? I think that was going to go on 70.
I thought he said 7. But okay, I think you're right. Either way, it's touchdown is good.
Going to call it after the fact. Like I said, the wind whistle went ahead and blows. Sweeney was still on the block, like I said, just didn't let up. Able to pin him up there, but told you what I like about offensive linemen that get downfield, man. That's all good to me.
4 plays, 31 yards on that last drive for Dodge City. Jared Wood on for the extra point. Jeffrey Cameron, who was here last year, will, with the visor over the helmet, will hold it. Snap is back, the placement is good, and Jared Wood's kick is right down the middle. Wood, who kicked at San Angelo last year, actually missed a potential game winner when Dodge City was down there last year. Could have won the game in the final minute, missed it. Dodge City was off to that 6-1 start, but he drills one there. 1:07 left, third quarter. Dodge City 48 and Mesquite 26 on Z98. .107 to play here in the third. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilasov. Dodge City extending their lead 48-26 following Willie Jackson's 4th rushing touchdown of the night. Jared Wood will kick this one off. 4 plays, 31 yards. Squib kick fielded by Mon Williams at his own 19 up the left sideline. Squeezes through 2 defenders. And he pushes his way into plus territory, where he is taken down on the back end by Caleb Young at the Dodge City 21-yard line. First down coming up for Mesquite.
Mike, I've got to get a tip of the hat to media services. Mike and Gwen Nelson just do a fantastic job. All the replays that you see, the television work that they do with all the cameras they do. Tommy Timmons running one, Dennis Scheck, Scott Krominga, Josh Rosner, Ty Wallace. Great job, guys. Multi-camera replay, big time. Great stuff.
Helps us out here a ton in the booth. Now, of course, the run to the 21, then they'll mark it off half the distance because of the penalty that was called on Sweeney. So put the ball at the 10, and it's 1st and goal now for Mesquite. Golden opportunity again for the Marshals that are trading scores with Dodge City. 48-26. with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Sean Ponder wanting an explanation. Not sure what about. Now he's directing his defense.
Oh, I missed it.
Ball be at the 10 on the left hash. Mesquite had minus 25 yards in the first quarter. They doubled that up in the second quarter. Looked much better here in this third quarter with 13 penalties. Browning under center with a couple of receivers left. Toss sweep left to Sean Jordan. Powers his way through a hole. Not much wiggle room. And he's down near the 7-yard line in a mass of humanity. Jamal Bruton and Cashman Thomas, who's on the bottom of that pile. That's a gain of 3. They'll move it to the 7. It's second down and goal.
Mike, officially, you and I are done for basketball.
Yep.
A lot of basketball when we cover the junior college and also Garden City High School on top of that.
It's been a long year, but just got a text message from J.C. Holloway, the head coach for the Buffaloes, thanking us, but it was fun watching them at the end of the season.
He's got some good things coming. Yep. I mean, Mike, I tell you what, hats off to the seniors at Garden City and both Dodge City. I mean, teams that continue to move on, good for them. Garden City, like I said, without any post play, but boy, they played tougher here toward the end of the season. I like the way they played.
Second and goal from the 7 for Mesquite. 2 receivers right. Browning back to throw. Lobs right, and it's caught by the big tight end, Christopher Brown, into the end zone. Touchdown from 7 yards out, and he was wide open, streaking up the sideline.
Well, Mike, he was wide open because there was contact down there going on down into the end zone because they were throwing blocks in the end zone, keeping us from coming over and covering that play right there. So I want to know why that you're allowed to do that as an offensive player where the officials just missed it.
Well, there's a flag down.
Now, this might be I don't know if this is going to be the celebration or not, but like I said,
that was a nice spike, though.
I mean, that's exactly what was going on there. That was Shields that was actually making the block downfield when the pass came. He just turned his back, but like I said, he was making contact, defensive player, before the ball was even in the air.
Did they just call it unsportsmanlike conduct for spiking the ball? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
He spiked the ball, and they called an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, you can come down here and do a dance, do a jig, do the shuffle, do the Dougie, however you want to roll with that. But
why is Rob Gronkowski allowed to spike the ball?
Well, maybe even the nay-nay. Do the stanky leg. I mean, maybe get by with that also, but I guess you just can't come down here and just spike the ball.
By the way, congratulations again to Dennis Hamilton, who during the spring is at the craps tables at Caesars Palace, and during the winter and the fall, he's directing Dodge City to the state tournament.
I think that he was asking you to go back to your hometown. And
he invited me to Vegas.
Might show you a couple of plays there on the craps table.
I stay away from craps. I only go to blackjack, which is such a sucker game, but you know me, I'm a sucker.
Well, I was going to say, I'm just a snake-eyed dude, man. I don't play at all.
They're going to go for 2. Offense stays on the field. Play clock go down to 8. Shields right. Anthony Alexander left. Browning in the gun with Jordan to his right.
Yeah.
Jordan moved early. No flag. Browning runs left. Cashman Thomas shoves him into the wall. Do they give him the 2? They do.
What did the white hat not see there, Mike?
Yeah, Jordan moved before the snap. That was clear as day. And then Browning ran left. And the 2-point conversion is good.
That was easy. Wasn't going in motion, I don't think. It looked like that he moved forward. Well, okay, all right. I'll give it to him. I think it's a good call.
And they're going to assess that penalty after the kickoff. So the 2-point conversion is good. That's the end of the third quarter as well. Through 3 quarters, it's the Law on top, 48-34 on Z98. 4 plays, 31 yards in a minute. Mesquite punches it in. A touchdown pass from Browning to the big tight end, Christopher Brown. 2-point conversion good. Back to a 14-point game. This ball angled out of bounds by Brandon Rasco. So we'll see what happens after everything's all said and done, because the ball goes out of bounds, but they have to assess the penalty, the excessive celebration. So if they put the ball at midfield, you're talking about putting the ball maybe at the 10.
Mike, I tell you what, part of the entertainment is obviously some of the contests that they run here, but the Gunpowder girls do a fantastic job, Mike. I've just been very impressed with their dancing. I'm a happily married man, but
do you have to preface your statement with that?
I have to, because 1, they're cute.
Yeah.
2, they do a great job. 3, I like their outfits.
Keep going.
Kind of reminds me of some of the outfits I wore some time ago.
Wait a minute, what? What, back in the heyday with the mullet?
Well, yeah, my boots, short shorts and my boots.
I saw that picture with the mullet, by the way. Penalty puts the ball at the 12-yard line for Dodge City.
It was in style.
Anything looks good on you, my friend. 1st and 10, Dodge at the Mesquite 12. It's a handoff to Jackson, and he is drilled behind the line of scrimmage. That's Blakes, who's had a pretty big game, minus a couple of penalties. That's a loss of 3 back to the 15, and it's 2nd down and 12.
Mike, just one of those deals there. You got to play drawn up. They've got to play drawn up. Like I said, you're going on chances. What are the chances? Everything's set up right here. That one there just wasn't there.
They'll put the ball back on the 15. That makes it 2nd down and a long 12, close to 13 now. Early 4th quarter, Law 48, Marshals 34. Dodge City coming off a big win last week over San Angelo. Vincent McKinney split right. To the far side left is Walker. 2 in high motion. Bernard takes the shotgun slant, fires on a crossing pattern, and it's hauled in for a touchdown by Walker, moving left to right as he just sped right by Reggie Calhoun, who had the interception earlier. There's an injured Marshall back behind the play. It's a 15-yard touchdown strike. Bernard hitting Walker.
Great job there, and he had Vincent also in the territory right there also. Got an injured player here also for the Marshals. Hope everything's good, though. But just a nice little job getting out of the way, and then Brandon Vincent able to wrap things up there by taking his guy out, blocking downfield.
That's Blakes, the guy that came on the blitz. And Bernard throws another pellet. And they took advantage of the short field and that unsportsmanlike penalty that was called after the touchdown because of the spike, which I think is a joke, but now Jared Wood will come on for the extra point. One play, 15 yards. And Dodge City back in the end zone for Bernard, his 2nd touchdown pass of the night, 14 of 22, $168, and 2 scores. Cameron will hold it. Wood left foot in front of his right, swings his right foot through, and the extra point is good. 13:57 left in the 4th. Dodge City extends the lead, 55-34 on Z98. 13:57 left 4th quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilasov. Dodge extends the lead, 55-34 here at United Wireless Arena, week 2 of the CIF. Law 1-0, Mesquite their season opener tonight, and their franchise opener is Jared Wood, sends an end-over-end kick, 5 yards deep into the end zone. It's Miller. He'll take it out across the 5, across the 10 with a flag down behind 15, dancing right to the sideline towards the numbers, and taken down by Daniel McKinney at midfield. A 30-yard return. Let's check the penalty.
Mike, this is an easy one right here. Cameron basically got tackled down, and I think that was by Larry Miller. Easy call. Boy, good defensive stand right here, Mike. Let's put this ball game away.
So a penalty against Mesquite for a hold. And they should put the ball half the distance. And they still haven't marked it off yet. Early 4th quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilasov, Derek Bernard, 2 passing touchdowns. And he also has 2 on the ground. He has accounted for 208 total yards. Put the ball back at the 6. First and 10, Mesquite from the 6-yard line. 13:43 left here in this 4th quarter. 55-34, Law in front. Mon Williams on a draw up the middle, squeezes out a couple. Bruton and Love combine on the stop between the hash marks of the 9. It's a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Nice job there by the Law defense, staying home that time. They might have tried to catch him, maybe see if the Law was going to try to blitz right there, try to run by him, but that wasn't going to happen.
Well, you think Mesquite maybe would run more of an up-tempo right now because they're down 3 scores, but 13-10 and rolling 4th quarter, 55-34 Dodge City, a team that started 6-1 last year. Dodge did lost 4 of their last 5, lost out on a tiebreaker to Amarillo on the final day of the season because they lost their regular season finale to Sioux City and missed the playoffs in year number 2. 2nd and 7, Mesquite at their own 9-yard line. 3 receivers right, Browning in the gun, takes the snap. The southpaw rolls to the right, under pressure from Green, pumps, fires a bomb down the middle into coverage, and it's picked off, intercepted by Autry. His 2nd of the night at the 2-yard line. Rasco body slams him into the end zone, but Dodge forces another turnover, the 2nd of the night for Mesquite, and it's 1st and 10 long.
Mike, that is just a pass that you don't throw if you're a quarterback. Trying to go down there, he just didn't have the arm strength. Wasn't able really to step into it, let it go. Autry, he's just back there playing center field, basically. Able to make the catch. I like the concentration on that. Catch the ball first. And that's where, honestly, I'm going to get after the offensive player there, because that's where Rasco's got to come back and say, you know what, I'm going to play defense here. I'll wrap him up, do whatever I can, make sure that he doesn't catch this ball. Nice play.
Put the ball at the 5-yard line for Dodge City, and that's where they will start after Autry's 2nd pick of the night. Autry last year, 64 tackles and 2 picks. Came in late in the season.
Just couldn't step into that throw, and that's just a throw that you don't throw. I mean, like I said, you're just down. I know you're down 21, you're trying to make something happen, but there was 12, 13 minutes left in the ballgame. You don't sit there and throw that thing.
But if you make that throw, you better overthrow the guy.
Yes.
1st down, Dodge, left hash moving left to right, up 55-34, 12-20 to go in the 4th at their own 5. Bernard out of the gun, hands to Jackson up the middle with a stutter step right. And he twists and turns across the 10-yard line. Calhoun makes the stop outside the right hash mark at the 13. It's a gain of 8. It's 2nd down and 2.
Nice run, Mike. I tell you what, you sit there and think that we've got Dominic Carson and Willie Jackson as our running backs right now. We're looking really good.
Sean Ponder said he wanted to throw the ball more this year because that's his MO. They've led basically the league in rushing. They had one of the league's leading rushers last year in Carson, but getting back to throwing the ball, they've been very balanced tonight. 2nd and 2 from their own 13. 4 receivers, 2 either way. Bernard stands in, takes a shot as he throws it right. Hit by Blakes. Up the right sideline was looking for McKinney. Back in coverage was Miller, but Blakes, who came in after he was hurt on that last series, decked waist high the quarterback Bernard. It's 3rd and 2.
And actually, Jackson went up there and made a block on him, but still, we standing back there, maybe holding on the ball just a little bit, trying to wait for the receiver to clear. It just wasn't there.
Dodge City's run 41 plays tonight for 246. Mesquite 32 for 91. They had minus 25 yards in the 1st quarter.
Going to go with our big beef package down here, Mike.
Yeah, Love is in.
Love comes down.
Extra offensive lineman. They have 2 receivers right, Love and McKinney. Pistol set on 3rd and 2 for their own 13. Bernard has Jackson behind him with his hands on his knees. McKinney in high motion, turn right, hand for Jackson, squeezes through a hole, ducks low right, and he's got a 1st down outside the numbers right to the 17. Miller wraps him up. Got a block out in front from Brandon Benson. That's a gain of 4 and a 1st down for Dodge City.
Mike, and that's the offensive line right there, just able to get down there and just at their will right now, just able to clear a hole right there. All he had to do for Willie was just able to just follow the big guys right there, find a little space, get that 1st down. I like that.
Dodge City 6 of 7 on 3rd down tonight. Can't get more efficient than that.
Tick-tock. Tick-tock goes the clock. You like it.
10-14 to go in the 4th quarter. 55-34 Law. They move the chains to a 1st and 10. Right hash at their own 18-yard line is where they officially put it. McCray will be the eligible tight end right. 3 receivers stacked left, 2 in high motion. Bernard was not looking for the snap, fumbles it with a flag down, but he falls on top of it at the 15-yard line. That was there for the taking for Christopher Brown, who has a touchdown reception in this game for Mesquite.
I don't think Nathan Jackson, we're going to find out if Nathan Jackson might have made contact. I'm not sure there because it looked like he jumped, got our center to go ahead and fire the ball off.
And Bernard was looking to his left, lining up his receivers. So he was not ready for the snap, and then it hit him right in the gut. Brown was sitting right there to pick up the fumble for Mesquite.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to call a false start. They're going to call that on Bernard. Excuse me, not on Bernard, on Sweeney.
On Sweeney. I mean, he was just reacting. That's all, Mike. Like I said, he thought the guy had broken the barrier. Just go ahead and snap the ball, see if we can get the call.
Put it back to the 13. 1st and 15 for Dodge City. 7 penalties, 60 yards. Mesquite has 15 for 102. 9:54 here in the fourth. Law 55, Marshals 34. Dodge has it. Moving left to right. Bernard has the play with the play clock down to 18 at their own 13-yard line.
Mike, I tell you, we're big compared to them. Our three guys up front compared to their three guys up front, we ought to be able to manhandle them.
275 for Mesquite on the defensive line. Bernard takes the shotgun snap. Four-man rush, steps up and runs. 15, dancing right, will slide safely across the 15 back near the original line of scrimmage. As he's touched up by Powell. That's a gain of about 4. It'll be second down and 11.
Mike, that's the presence that you want as a quarterback. Like I said, if it's not there, why put your body and get punished when you can, go slide, get up, get another play in?
Well, I mean, you're punishing your knee, though, because you're not playing on natural grass over here.
Right. Well, maybe a little hip slide right there. Get a little rug burn.
Second down and 11. Dodge City at their own 17. Walker right has a touchdown reception. 2 receivers left. Jackson to the left of Bernard in the gun. Takes a knee-high snap. Here comes the blitz. Dancing left, pumps once, now takes off, dashes up the middle. And he's right near midfield as he collides with Powell on the back end at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 6. It's 3rd and 5.
Smart play. Able to go, like I said, he was waiting for one of those receivers to clear. It just wasn't there, but he's still moving forward, and it just does a little pump fake. Go ahead and freeze the defense, then continue to go there. But really, a nice little play there by Wren as he was able to come back and chase the play down.
Bernard has accounted for 218 yards, 168 through the air, 50 on the ground. He has 4 touchdowns. He's the offensive player of the week, and now 3rd and 5 Dodge. They are 6 of 8 on 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from their own 23. 2 receivers right. Vincent and McKinney split out there. Wide left is Walker. Press man coverage for Mesquite. Play clock just expired. Referees don't see it. This should be a delay of game. There's the flag. Boy, the play clock was sitting on 0 for a good 3 seconds. This will be the 8th penalty of the night on Dodge City.
Well, Mike, and the play clock, really, it's not like basketball with the shot clock where you've just got a single clock sitting off by itself. You got to look up at the scoreboard. Of course, you got all the other stuff going up there at the scoreboard, obviously with the down and also with the score down there. I'm just watching Jamar Seard do his best Beyonce once they loaded that song up.
He's shaking it. Seard in his 3rd year here playing for Sean Ponder. Originally from Missouri, played at Highland Community College. He knows all about playing in this state, one of the most competitive junior college conferences in the nation. And now we have another delay with 7:45 to go in the fourth, 55-34 Dodge City. As you mentioned, Bernard, 4 total touchdowns tonight. Brandon Vincent and McKinney line up on top of each other right. Julian Walker left. Bernard takes a helmet-high shotgun snap. 4-man pressure. Dancing left with a flag down up the middle. Cutting it back left to the numbers 20. 15 and slides safely at the Mesquite 13-yard line before Powell could lay the hit on him. Right now, it's a gain of 19 yards. We'll check the penalty.
Boy, a lot of penalties in this ball game.
Majority of those on Mesquite.
Mike, you and I are talking about good thing that basketball season's over with because you get into the junior college ranks, there's a lot of foul shooting going on. I told you, we were talking about this the other day. Out of the last 5 games, we had 108 free throws up at Colby, 88, and then 98. That's a lot of fun when you're sitting there trying to call ball games and you're shooting that many fouls, Mike. And people need to understand, it's not like they go 7 and then 6 foul shots all at once. It's like 1 and then 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, maybe a 3. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they picked up the flag.
Good.
Put the ball at the 13, so it's a gain of 19 for Bernard, who now has 11 carries for 69 and 2 scores. He's in the gun with Jackson to his right, 2 receivers right, 1 left. 1st and 10 Dodge at the Mesquite 13. Quarterback draw all the way. Bernard right up the middle, explodes to the end zone. Touchdown. Derek Bernard does the primetime dance in the back of the end zone as he out-leaped Hugh Frazier, 13 yards. And Dodge has blown it open here on the 4th.
Mike, what you like about that, all that is just another read right there. He's going to go rely on Jackson to go up there and take on, I believe that might have been Blake's, and it is. He takes on Blake's right there. He's going to read how Jackson's going to throw the block. He starts forward. Jackson's right there, and this time Jackson's going, forcing him to the left side. he's able to go to that right side, just bust right up there, use that speed to get to the end zone. Nice play.
Dodge has hung 60 for the second straight week. 7 plays, 45 yards on that last drive. Snap is high. Good job by Cameron to put it down. And then Wood boots it through. Dodge City extends the lead to 28. They're up 62-34 with 7:17 left in the fourth on Z98. 7:17 to play here in the fourth quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff. Dodge City 62, Mesquite 34. Bernard his third rushing touchdown of the night. 12 carries for 82. Dodge is over 100 yards rushing, 23 carries for $125. Last week, Dodge ran for 141. And they are doing it in both facets tonight and are 7-17 away from a 2-0 start. Remember last year, Amarillo came in here, won in week 1. Dodge bounced back with a big win over Sioux City in week 2. Started 6-1, lost 4 of their last 5, and missed the playoffs in year number 2 of the franchise. Wood has it on the tee, right arm in the air, end over end kick. Sails short at the 3-yard line of Larry Miller. Up the middle to the 5, breaks the tackle at the 10, dances right. Bruton missed the tackle, and then Autry comes in and finally finishes off the returner Miller at the 18 after a return of 16.
And Mike, why not? Little yellow hanky laying on the ground over there.
Been the case all night long. Oh, you missed that because we haven't had football since December.
Well, it's almost taken on junior college basketball, if you will. Foul call after foul call. Your highlights, I mean, it's kind of almost embarrassing. I mean, toward the end of the season, I mean, like I said, your highlights at the end of the ball game is nothing but free throw shooting.
It's all resume builders.
Good gravy. I mean, Mike, I'll go back to it again. I mean, I've never been around anything like 108 free throws and then 88 and then 98. I mean, it's just, you can't even picture it.
It's almost comical. In fact, it's not almost, it is comical.
Wow.
Penalty was a hold on Mesquite, put the ball back at the 6-yard line, and that's where the Marshals start their next offensive possession with 7:05 to go in this fourth quarter. Dodge 62, Mesquite 34. Browning empty set, takes the shotgun snap under pressure. In the end zone, hit and dropped. It's Love on the sack. Will they mark him at the 1? They will. It's a loss of 5, and it's 2nd and 15.
Brandon Bishop whiffed. I believe that was Brandon Bishop that might have whiffed on a block right there. Just opened up for us to go through there. No, he just got flat beat. That wasn't Brandon. That was Albert. Just great job getting to the quarterback.
The center was on roller skates. 2nd and 15. Dodge recording their second sack of the night. 2nd and 15, Mesquite at their own 1. To the near side left comes Shields, 2 receivers right. Browning takes the snap in the end zone, lobs right, caught by Alexander in front of Dobard. And then Dobard, who was behind the play, took his helmet to the right shoulder of Alexander, decks him into the wall at the 9. That's a gain of 8. It's 3rd and 7.
Mike, want to give a tip of the hat to Pizza Hut. Do a great job. They've got a booth set up here. For the last 3 years, Barry Ingles kind of running the show down there. They do just, and he actually brought his lovely wife over with him too. But like I said, they do a fantastic job. Very reasonable prices. Get a chance to stop by the Pizza Hut booth.
And they are big sponsors on most of our sports, so we always appreciate that. 3rd and 7. Mesquite at their own 9, 4 receivers, 2 either way. Rasco in high motion across the formation right to left. Browning takes a waist-high snap. Under pressure, steps up, tucks it away and runs. 15, 20 up the right sideline, 25, and slides safely to the Dodge 21-yard line. So Browning takes off on 3rd and 7 and picks up 20 yards and a first down.
Nice job right there because we didn't have the linebacker sitting there. He just recognized that. He was just waiting for a block to clear, and he just took off. We did a great job corralling though, Mike. If you notice, well, all the DC 4 guys had him corralled. He just wasn't going to go anywhere, so he just goes down.
They just backed it up to the 22, so 19 yards officially. First down and 10 for Mesquite at the Dodge City 22 on the right hash. Final 4:40 of this one. Dodge about to go to 2-0. And Sean Ponder, maybe he does a backflip after this one, but I don't know how the ACL is doing. Two receivers left, two right. Browning sends two in high motion, takes a belt high snap. Back to pass, three-man rush. Rolls left, chased by Love. Keeps it up the near side numbers and dives helmet first into the ground at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 12 more and a first down.
Mike, just remind me not to bother Harold Love and get
eat
him
after
mad,
him?
because you know what? Because I was thinking I could probably outrun him, but forget that.
Love played at Bethune-Cookman. He's originally from Portland, signed with the Portland Thunder. He's a big dude, 6'3", 325.
And got some wheels.
He can fly. He was the one chasing Browning on that last play. Now, Browning is pretty quick himself, quarterback. I played at Louisiana Monroe. First and goal from the 10 for Mesquite. 3:44 to go in the fourth, down 62-34. Shields in motion to the right, three receivers right, quick screen right, and it's caught by Anthony Alexander, picking and choosing up the right sideline before Jamal Bruton brings him down at the 7. Gain of 3 at second down and goal.
Well, my Mike, you know, if I ever get in trouble with somebody bigger than me, I go to my, usually works, my go-to move, and that is to look over their shoulder and point.
Yeah.
Say, there's an elephant. Look at that elephant back there. And then I take off running.
What a chicken. So if we got in a fight.
Hey, listen, chickens live another day. Yeah, well, if we got in a fight, I'm behind you all the way, dude. You go ahead and lead with your face. Try to block their punches with your face. When I realize that we're getting beat, I will lead the way out. That's how it works.
But the question is, who has the prettier face? I'm probably going to go with you. So second down and goal from the 7.
That ought to be an easy one. Good gravy.
5 guys move, 3 for Mesquite, 2 for Dodge. And kind of a crapshoot on who jumped first. It's going to be a false start.
Yeah. I don't know what took so long to toss it. I mean,
I think it was the hanky was stuck on the belt.
Well, Mike, there's 5 of them out there. Someone tossed something.
That last penalty we have now combined in this game for 25 penalties.
There we go.
And 170 yards.
Starting to hit some big numbers now.
Mesquite, 17 penalties for 119. I would say about half of those have been illegal formation.
Yeah.
2:51 to go, fourth quarter, Law 62, Marshals 34, second and 12, Marshals at the Dodge City 12-yard line. Shields and Rasco split left. Rasco also serves as the kicker. 2 receivers right. Eligible tight end to the left. Browning left foot in front of his right. Hard snap count, takes a shotgun snap, chest high. 4-man rush under pressure, dives forward to avoid the sack. And he's tumbled down. Lou Van Green, one of those returners on the front line for Sean Ponder, brings him down from behind, waist high, gain of 2, third and 10.
That is a great move by Lou Van Green. Green, Mike, what he's doing, he's going upfield. All of a sudden, he sees out of the corner of his eye, makes a little spin move, bam, right there's the quarterback. Great play.
Clock will continue to run. So now you look forward. You have a San Angelo team that has a new coach, Meadow Lemon, who brought San Angelo in here last week. They had a lead in the second quarter. And Bernard, that rifle 35-yard touchdown pass to Carson. Dodge City never trailed again. They'll play again next week. Third down and goal from the 10. Jet sweep handoff. Running left, it's Alexander. And check that. It's not Alexander. That was Welton Johnson on the carry. And Johnson spins forward down the left sideline. Down to the 6. It's a gain of 4. And it's fourth down and goal.
Johnson's got some wheels, Mike, but he ran out of room over there. Like we defended that very well.
No doubt about this, that the offense will stay on the field, but that'll take us to the 90-second timeout. Excuse me, the clock will continue to run. Should have been for the 90-second timeout. Fourth down and goal from the 6. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Browning in the gun. Johnson in motion left to right. Play action. They lob over the middle, and it's broken up.
Boy.
Courtney Sanders stuck his right arm up on a pass 2 yards deep in the end zone for Rasco. Sanders goes down the right sideline and high-fives the fans. And Dodge City turns back Mesquite on fourth down at the 6.
That's a sweet play, Mike.
1:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dodge City 62, Mesquite 34 on Z98. 1:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. If you're just tuning in, the numbers tonight mind-boggling for Derek Bernard. He's 14 of 23 for 168, 2 touchdowns. Did throw a pick that was, we'll call it the receiver's fault. Not that we're blaming Walker by any stretch, because he made a great attempt on the ball. It just caromed up in the air, and Calhoun had the interception. Bernard also 12 carries, 82 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. It's going to be a lot of Willie Jackson here, but the snap bounces back to Bernard in the end zone.
Bam.
Check that. That's Wallace on the pass.
Nice
in for
catch.
Bernard. Throws it up the sideline, and he is picked off.
That is a great catch. Hope he's all right.
Going into the seats, hanging on to the ball was Larry Miller. So the backup quarterback, Keon Wallace, who came here, they thought he might be the starter, played in the CFL, and the interception, and Mesquite has it back at the 25.
Well, Mike, just a bad snap right off the start right there. Kind of threw everything out of whack. Bernard goes back there. He's still in the rush. And I tell you what, Mike, he got rid of the ball, and he took a shot right to the head. But still, Larry Miller just made a spectacular catch, putting his body on the line there. Like I said, both guys went into offense and defense, went into the fans, but had a little cushion for our guy. Miller goes right into the steps as he goes over the wall. Mesquite's got some good things, Mike. You can see that this program here, there's going to be some good things for him down the road. Dodge City, obviously very experienced, good coaching staff on top of it. So there's going to be some great things here for Dodge City too, but Mesquite, give him some time. It's going to be all good.
Keon Wallace, the backup quarterback, is the one that threw that interception for Dodge City with a minute to go. Now we have a timeout on the field. 1 minute to go, 62-34 Dodge City. Mesquite ball when we come back on Z98. 1 minute to go here in the fourth. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff back at United Wireless Arena. Good crowd to start. They've kind of sifted their way towards the exits as this one has been in the books for some time now. The interception thrown by Keon Wallace, who threw 2 passes last week. One of those went for a touchdown.
Boy, Mike, I tell you what you come home, you take care of home here, get the business done here at home. Now, let's find out about this team next week. We make a big-time trip all the way down to San Angelo, and it is all the way down to San Angelo. But the thing is, though, Mike, that you want to get a W down there also. Go out on the road, pick up some wins there, too. It's going to bode well for you in playoffs in the future.
1st and 10, Mesquite at their own 24-yard line. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Browning still in at quarterback. Takes the chest-high snap. Looks right, throws right. Undercutting that route was Cashman Thomas, who hugs a couple of fans as the pass hits the side wall, incomplete. Intended for Shields at 2nd and 10.
Shields went all the way down. I mean, like I said, he just took off, headed for the end zone. I think he was supposed to pull up, is what Browning said. Coaching staff is talking about it now. Well, the coach is talking about with Browning right now.
Yeah, Shields ran a go, and Browning threw the curl. 2nd and 10, Mesquite. 57 seconds left. So the Marshals next week host Sioux City. That's a nice trip for the defending league champs. And then back-to-back road games against Texas, which is not really a road game. It's like 15 miles away. And then Duke City in Albuquerque. 2nd and 10, Marshals at their own 24. Browning takes the shotgun snap. Again under pressure, rolls left, throws across his body off the left shoulder of Welton Johnson, adjusted on the right hash mark down the middle. And it's incomplete with the Dodge 13. Autry in coverage, it's 3rd and 10.
And Mike, I understand the rule now because, like I said, you get no positive yardage, the clock stops. So that's those incomplete passes that we've talked about. Makes the catch down here. I said move the chains, clock runs.
3rd and 10, Mesquite. Clock stopped with 51 seconds. 62-34 Dodge. Law will improve to 2-0. Browning in the shotgun. Sends 3 receivers to the right. One of those, Alexander. 3-man rush, dumps it off right. That's caught by Mon Williams, who shakes off the defender, Courtney Sanders, and then runs up the right sideline before he is decked at the 10-yard line by Bruton, who is slow to get up. That's a gain of 16.
Yeah, nice little move right there. Got it to the outside. Going to take a timeout here. Work on some plays.
So put the ball at the 10, 16 yards. 43 seconds remaining if you're Mesquite now, and you're Larry Hendricks. This is an expansion team, but you can tell, as you've pointed out, they've got players. They've got a lot of veteran players. They've got a couple of 30-year-old guys on this team, but nonetheless, they've got Division I caliber. I'm telling you, Mon Williams looks like Brandon Jacobs, former New York Giant running back, 6'3", about 235. And I'm telling you right now, if it's me, I'm handing that guy the ball about 45 times until he's bleeding from everywhere.
Big win for North Carolina. They go into Duke, win by 4.
Avenge that loss
Yes.
where they lost basically to 5 players the last time. Wichita beats Salina tonight 66-44. Wichita's going to be a tough out in the Northern Division. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. First and goal, Mesquite at the 10. In motion left to right, Alexander. Play action, Browning looks left. They dump it off to Welton Johnson. Cuts it back to the right, inside the numbers, and he's taken down by the defensive end, Eric Banford, at the 7. Gain of 3 at second and goal.
Nice little play there. You can see some talent in that young man. Welton Johnson, very quick. Caught the ball first, able to pick up a couple blocks and go. Going to use their last timeout.
Johnson, who tore the labrum in his hip during his collegiate career at Southeastern Oklahoma State in Durant, Oklahoma, came back, and his size is the only thing that's, I guess if you were talking about big-time ranks, NFL, Canadian football, like 5'7", 160, but I think you can throw those numbers out the window because there's a guy by the name of Darren Sproles, and there's also another guy that's not playing tonight, that Dominique Carson, that stands, what, 5'5"?
165.
Soaking wet. Second and goal from the 7 for Mesquite with 23 seconds. Loss 62, Marshals 34. Shields left. They will send Alexander in motion, slot left. Back to throw, Browning, 3-man rush. Dancing in the pocket, spins left away from Green at the numbers, fires to the back of the end zone. Alexander's got it. Touchdown as he's set down in back of the defensive back, Autry. 7-yard touchdown pass. And Mesquite scores in garbage time with 16 seconds.
Yeah, but Mike, that goes on Colton Browning. He did a great job there just to stay alive back there. Continue to move. Keep looking downfield, bam, there it was. Nice play.
Autry kind of pulled up and he just threw right to the backboards. And it looks like they'll go for 2. 62-40 with 16 seconds to play. The offense stays on the field. Sean Ponder has a new staff this year, bringing in the likes of Jason Scheck from the high school, and then Kurt Lindgren from the community college. Browning under centers, they'll go for 2 in high motion, and they never snapped the ball. Alexander ran across the line, ran into Cashman Thomas, who does a dance at the goal line.
And Mike, you talk about that, and then the connections with Garden City Community College. How about Brendan Vincent? How about Vincent doing some stuff for the Dodge City High School?
Yeah.
Coaching-wise. And you like people that get involved. I mean, that's very cool in the community.
Put the ball back at the 7. So Dodge City's going to go on the road back-to-back weeks now. 2-0. And I'll tell you what, the one that they're circling, you don't want to look ahead, but Amarillo, man, that lost twice to Nate Davis last year in games where, let's face it, the second one they should have won. They blew that 2-touchdown lead. So now put the ball back at the 7. 2-point conversion from there. Browning in the shotgun with 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Here comes the blitz. Browning looks right, throws right. Shields got it. And the 2-point conversion is good as he was working on Delaney Dobard up the right sideline.
Nice pass, nice catch.
So 2-point conversion good. 16 seconds to play in the 4th. Dodge City 62 and the Marshals 42 on Z98. Onside kick recovered by Dodge City's Jeffrey Cameron at the 14-yard line. By the way, Mesquite, 139 yards of offense in this second half after only 25 in the first half. Dodge City can take a knee and get out of here with a 20-point win.
Like I said, Mike, boy, this was a fun night. I mean, for Dodge City to come out and play well, thought the defense really kind of set the tempo right at the start. Offense, every time that you went down and got the score, and then say the defense gives up a touchdown, offense was able to come right back and just, like I said, it was a slugfest there for a while. They score, we score, they score, we score, but we kept answering. That's what you got like.
Sean Ponder will gather his group, break the huddle, take a knee, And you get Dominique Carson back, we think, next week on the road. And, of course, look, San Angelo, that's not an easy trip. Keon Wallace is in the game, the backup quarterback. Out of the pistol, takes the snap, just hands for Willie Jackson, running left, finding some running room, and is taken down, chopped down at the 5-yard line by Sam Wren. Mark him down at the 6, gain of 8, and that'll be the final play of this one. Dodge City, from start to finish, was solid, jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and they finished it off. Final score, 62-42, Dodge City over Mesquite.
Well, Mike, and this is what we needed. Like I said, this is a very good team. Ownership, very, very strong here at Dodge City. Team looking really, really good. Got some great athletes on this team. But Mike, you know what, and just say this real quick, like about the Marshals again. Like I said, this is an up-and-coming program. Learning some lessons, getting some things done. They're going to be a tough team when we go there. Got to make a trip because you know they're just going to get that more experience, understanding this. But Mike, right now, it looks like that we've got a pretty good team together right now. This is going to be a tough, tough team to beat. Let's go get one on the road next week. That's really going to say a lot.
Final score, loss 62, Marshals 42. We will hear from head coach Sean Ponder, maybe a couple of players coming up in the postgame next on Z98. Back on your postgame show from United Wireless Arena. 62-42, Dodge City blowing out the Mesquite Marshals here in week number 2. They improved to 2-0. The sexiest coach alive just put the headset on. There's the only coach alive. That's Sean Ponder joining us now here in the booth. Congratulations on the win. You know, it's something that you pointed out to myself, to Tim, whoever you've talked to about passing game.
Yeah.
But boy, man, you're lethal on both ends, and you didn't even have Dominique Carson tonight because he's hurt. But let's go beyond that. First off, congratulations on the win, but offensive line played outstanding tonight.
Oh, they're pretty good up front, and they give time for the quarterback. Obviously, they were trying to blitz us a whole lot, and we were able to pick it up at times, and we did. The kid made some great throws.
When you say the kid, we're going to say this guy's a grown man. We've watched. He's the 4th different quarterback that you've had since this franchise came, the inception a couple of years ago. Out of all 4 quarterbacks, they were all different. Obviously, McCollum, if he didn't get hurt, you don't know what happens there.
Right.
But Bernard does 2 things well. A, he throws the ball extremely well. And then B, as Ross pointed out, he doesn't allow himself to take those big hits.
Yeah, he's a gifted athlete, and we're excited to have him here. And, you know, he's just playing good football. And, you know, it's pretty easy when you get that much time to throw the ball with those big boys. And, I mean, Willie Jackson stepped up and played a heck of a game tonight. So, you know, we get the best player in the league, I think, you know, out with Dominique Carson. And Willie steps up and has a huge game and does exactly what we said. I said it on the pregame show, next man up. And he stepped up, and we're not a one-man show, and that's nice to see.
Sean Ponder joining us here on our postgame show. Final score, Dodge City 62, Mesquite 42, the Law. He improves to 2-0. Let's go to your defense. First quarter, you allow minus 25 yards. Now, you got a little help from some bad snaps, but, boy, putting pressure on the quarterback all night.
Yeah, you know, at times we were able to put the pressure on the quarterback. We had, you know, Green was hurt. He had a hip flexor, and he was playing through the pain. We put Bruton down because Marquise George ended up with the hamstring. So, you know, people don't realize that we had 2 of our top D linemen out, and we obviously struggled a little bit in the second half, and that showed. But all in all, I mean, they played very well and stayed in the scheme at times.
Sean Ponder joining us here in our postgame show. All right, when you look at it, at a win like this, what does it say now about your franchise? Two games, 2 wins, and not only that, you put up 60 points in both.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it says right now. There's a lot of games to be played. Last year we started off 6-1 and we didn't make the playoffs, so I'm not getting too ahead of myself. But I like what I see, and as long as the guys keep playing at this capacity, I think we'll be competitive.
What did you learn from losing 4 out of those final 5 games last year?
I learned I got to coach better. That's what I realized. I got to get the right players in the right situation, and I got to make sure I make the right calls. And in the end, you know, the wins and losses come down to me, and I've got to make sure I put these guys in a position to be successful. And it was a long off season, and I didn't sleep very much. And you know, all in all, I think the guys have responded exactly what we asked them to do, which is make the plays when it's necessary and you know, put them in the right situation.
This might sound like a simple question, but Ross was complimenting your play calling all night. Normally, we're just ripping you to shreds. I mean,
well, that always happens. I mean, everybody always wants to second guess it. Yeah, I can't take all the credit at all. I've got two fantastic coaches in Kurt Landgren and Jason Scheck. Those guys are, if you notice, it's the first time I've ever worn a headset the whole game. They're talking to me all the time and putting us in great situations. And that's what I need to do as a coach. And I can't just do it all by myself. I need that help, and I'm excited to have those two guys on my staff.
All right, so let's fast forward now. We make a long trip to San Angelo, Texas.
Yeah.
We went there last year. Jared Wood, who's your kicker now, missed a field goal at the end of the game. You've got him on your side now, but San Angelo challenged you guys early on, and then you pulled away in that second quarter with that big touchdown pass from Bernard to Carson. But what are you expecting now, week 3 from San Angelo?
Well, obviously, they have a bye week this week, so they're just watching videotape on us, and now we get a chance to at least see some videotape of what we did. And when we stayed in the scheme against them, we played very well. And when we got out of our scheme, obviously they made some plays. So teams are going to do a whole lot of stuff to us, and it's nice to be 2-0 right now. We got a long trip ahead of us in a very tough environment, San Angelo, against a very good team.
Can't wait to play either canasta, blackjack.
Well, what is the game? Well, 4, 5, 6.
3-2. Was it 3-2-1?
I can't remember what game. I think it's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the dice game.
I took so much money.
I lost last time. I know. You and Ricky, you guys are the ringers.
Well, I took so much money out of your billfold. How you paid your mortgage the rest of the year, I have no clue.
Hey, if my mortgage is only $5, I'm in great shape, man. Tell me where that's at.
Absolutely. Congratulations. We'll see you later this week.
Hey, I appreciate it.
There you go. Sean Ponder joining us here on our postgame show. 62-42. Big win. Sean Ponder 2-0. Law 2-0. And they improved to 9-5 all time here at United Wireless Arena. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Got your final game highlights next on Z98.